Hi, beautiful people. I hope that you are having a good day. What is today? Wednesday? I have to be quick with this live stream. And I just came up to address things really specifically. I'm going to look at my community wall and try to answer some questions. And I did title this Nobleless because we're going to have to get right into the commentary today. Now, apparently, as I was sleeping in the wee hours of the night, this guy decided to once again address MU. And I'm telling you guys right now, how you doing, Shadrach and Black? Oh my goodness. I think I messed up your name again. Shadrach and Black. I'm sorry. Let me get comfortable. I don't. Hey King, how you doing? Hey beautiful people. Hey member, thank you for being a member. I know I butchered your name. I feel like these lives are necessary. That's why I wanted to squeeze it in. Last year and the year before that, I used to just sit back and be like, you know what, let people have it. But sometimes these diabolical lying demons have to be called out, okay? Because what you're not going to do in 2024 is keep trying to make my life miserable, eat off of me and all that kind of stuff. You can, but I'm going to feed my family as well. We're going to go tit for tat. Literally, speaking of tits, remind me to address Empress Janet before we go. Can y'all do that? I need to turn my air off. Can you guys give me a second? Are we good? Let's just stay here. I'll be good. Hey, Red Star. How you doing? Red Star, let me tell you something. I've been seeing people's commentary, stuff like that. I used to just not say anything, not because I was scared or a coward. I prefer peace. But what started to happen is the people around me, the people that support me was getting hurt. And they started to question like what I was, they just started to question me a lot. Like I think they started to lose faith in me. And I'm like, no, I'm exactly who you guys think I am. It's the people around me that are the snakes. So that's my whole point of going live. And as you can see, I don't just come live with some story. I just drop receipts. Now, the last I checked, I thought the beef sector liked receipts. Now all of a sudden they're talking about we don't care about MU receipts. Well, I don't care if you like pronounce Chakra King. Chakra King? What? Are y'all telling me how to pronounce the name? Sorry. Says when don't they like receipts? Because the receipts are receipting. They're not lying. Let's get into the commentary because I have to get into my homework. And thank y'all for hanging out with me. How you doing, Latina? Just having a conversation, cleaning up some mess. But this can't be my commentary every day. I don't give a damn. But if they want to keep lying, we just keep dropping more receipts. We could do this shit all day. All day. Okay? I don't care who don't like the receipts. I don't care if you guys don't like the type of receipts because I can back up every fucking thing that I say. Now, how you doing, Catherine? Hey, unapologetically. So what I'm going to need you guys to do so I don't get lost in my commentary. Red Star says you are blessed and highly favored. Latina, I miss you, sis. I hope that you're doing well. We can catch up soon. Okay, we're going to keep this stream friendly. Keep me on track, though. Okay. Misunderstood. You are blessed and highly favored by the Almighty. I'm trying to tell you guys. Yes. I believe that God is with me. And he has sustained me. And these diabolical devils ain't going to take me out. Speaking of the diabolical devils, let's get right into the commentary. So I'm confused. What are you confused about? I love receipts. Okay, let me look at y'all questions really quickly, and then I'm going to jump into the commentary without looking at the chat, okay? That would give me an idea of what I need to cover. Dang it. For free. Thank you guys for your cash apps. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys supporting the commentary. Please continue to hit the cash app so I can bless others and it helps me grow my channel. Thank you for becoming members. I appreciate you guys. And please understand I get no pleasure or displeasure from this shit at all. Okay? I'm just talking. Consider the story time. Let me do my YouTube thing real quick and then we'll get started, okay? Let's share this. That would give me an idea of what I need to share this in my community wall really quickly. All right. Let me put Q&A so that way you guys, because after today, It's gonna be hard to come back until I have a break from school. Okay, Latina, we'll connect this because that's, I want to see how you're doing, stuff like that. Stuff that makes me feel good, more my thing. This kind of stuff is time consuming. Okay, let me see what questions y'all have. I heard people say Tracy may be planning to interview the father of your kids. Okay, let me do these questions first and then we get into my commentary. You heard some people say that? Did you hear her say that? Number one, there has been a dizzy broad walking around that is in some fight with herself, that has also tried to interview my father's child, as if he would just talk to some random person online and he don't give a damn about. I'm so sorry. Okay, so that's one of y'all questions. I didn't hear her say that. If she did say that, bless her poor delusional heart. Okay. Okay, people are saying low key that Noble wanted you from the beginning and not Tracy. These are the questions I'm reading from my community wall. No, I don't believe that. We've been cordial. He's been supportive over my sobriety. I did know him before he knew Tracy. We used to be in a membership only stream together, but it was nothing crazy like that. And so those aren't the points of my receipts. I'm not, number one, when they did become in a relationship, I don't talk to people that's in a relationship in that way, that's married. That's not my MO, despite what people say about me. No, it was never nothing like that. Oh, hey, Cinna Phoenix. Okay, I think. And then I answered the other question. Did Tracy want to have a threesome with Rob and stuff? Tracy was joking with Janet, okay? Tracy was joking with Janet. Get a life? Okay. Let me jump into my chat and then I'm going to get into... Let me go on mute so I could listen to... Do you have something to post on her because she's not sparing you at all and she done showed us who she is? What is she saying? I don't watch her, so you guys are going to have to be really specific if there's something that I need to address. Let me listen to a part of this live stream, which will get me... Did Noble and Rob know each other before Tracy? I don't know, Tyrone. I don't think so, but I don't know. Let me go on mute real fast. Okay, let me float the commentary. Get a life remind me at the end while I have this commentary fresh in my head, and then I'm going to answer y'all questions at the end. Okay, number one, the reason this came back up is because they continuously bring it back up. So all this stuff that Noble's talking about, all this backpedaling and all that kind of shit that he's trying to lie about, no, this came up because of him. Number one, I do believe that they knew I was being stalked before. I do believe they knew that because that's what Noble said. Not only did Noble say that, the stalker herself said that, and he chose to put that in Kimmy's chat. Now he want to backpedal because he don't have a soul and he don't have a spine and he can't stand on his own. That's not my fault. He told so many fucking lies. Let's talk about some of those lies. Okay, I'm gonna take your questions at the end. What did Tracy say? Oh, he didn't message me after the cruise. Of course he messaged me after the cruise. I wouldn't even have known that Tracy was making a live stream that with her audience turning against me. Not that I give a damn about the shards and the fucking, I don't care. But I would have known that if Noble didn't let me know. He was the one, and I'm like, I don't know why. I don't know. So that's what that was about, and that was days after the cruise. Before the cruise, he's messaging me talking about, oh, he needs to give her, she has to do, like, he's messaging me because he was already having second thoughts. Okay, let's call a thing a thing. And the dates are that was before the cruise. So why are they lying? Now he's trying to say that I made Tracy look bad by doing a live stream. No, I went live. She's been going live, and that was the first chance I got to do a live stream, was over there in the Bahamas. Okay. So I went live. So now it's my fault, Nobleless, that Tracy went off with some guy on a bike. That's not my fault. He said I manipulated that situation. The one thing I don't like is a fucking liar and a coward. That's why I released the live stream. So the live stream is lying. The receipts are lying. When that happened, Noble in the chat was upset. That's not the first live stream he was upset about with how Tracy was acting over on the cruise. Okay. He was upset. Now, he did try to remove his comments from the stream. But if you look at what the other people were saying in the chat, you would see that they were saying, Noble, come down. Noble, don't start. Noble, you should have went. And the one thing I don't like about a person is when you help them out, I was so busy trying to help them so Noble wouldn't be upset. So when he's messaging me, he knows that I'm trying to calm down the situation. So all that stuff he's saying right now with his burnt out brain is not true. It's not true. We're not going, and the receipts don't lie. And trust me, we could do this shit all day. So now when Tracy's like, oh, I knew about the receipts. No, Noble sounded surprised. If you listen to Maha's live stream, he sounded surprised and he was like, that's right, Tracy knew. He would have been said that. He would have been said that. They started with me. They started with me because they thought they were going to get over on me. I know good and damn well Tracy knew that girl was going to be there, and they thought that they just had a carte blanche and I was going to be stupid and let them just spend my cash. I knew something was up when Tracy told me I needed to pay for the whole fucking cruise. So what y'all need to stop doing is asking me, why did I record? And let me tell you some lies that I heard from Tracy. Okay, keep me on track. Let me tell y'all some lies that I heard from Tracy. Tracy kept trying to push this narrative that I was with all these people. And she did that even on the cruise. Y'all think I don't know? Darkada was telling me that part of it. I'm like, why is she doing that? She's the one that kept disappearing. And then she's going to tell you guys that I didn't work out on a cruise. How the fuck would she know? Tracy got 3 backs, 2 chins, and no sense. How the fuck she know about anybody working out? Let me tell you something. I did work out, but she wouldn't know because she wasn't there. I work out almost every morning. That didn't change. How the hell she gonna tell me what the fuck I'm doing? Like, stop the cap. And the fucking broken pieces are right there trying to cheer her on. But here's my problem. When Tracy needed someone, she called them. Like I said, my story hasn't changed. How you doing, Shay? I'm sorry, I'm getting off the chat. Get a life. Remind me about the mod stick later. Are we talking about the cruise again? What happened now? We're talking about the cruise because they won't let the cruise go. I'm hot. That's why. Because every time it's the first of the month or it's time for AdSense, she finds a way to make it seem like I'm talking about this damn cruise. I didn't talk about that cruise when I got back, and I'm tired of talking about it now. But what you're not going to do is keep lying on misunderstood. I'm sick of it. Shit, it's hot. What lies have I told? Let's talk about some of the things that you guys are talking about. The braids. She wants to call me a hoe and say that let me take questions at the end because I have to listen to part of this stream as I go because I didn't listen to all of Maha's live stream, so I'm winging it. But these lies that they're telling, okay, Tyrone, I get there. These lies that they're telling is ridiculous. When we got now Noble saying, why couldn't I have talked about the cruise sooner? Nah, bitch, y'all already got enough from me. You know, this back and forth, this is probably the most attention that Nobleless has ever had. I really don't appreciate how he's trying to, I really don't appreciate these lies that he's telling, and his lies does not even make sense. Noble was telling me the shit wasn't going to work out before the cruise even happened. And for him to have so much to say about me, he didn't give Tracy a dime. He could have paid her way. He could have given her spending money. So why does he got so much to say about me? I don't know. But really, he can't talk shit about me. She did. She said so much shit about him. As far as she didn't like him smoking, she talked about his feet, she talked about his breath, she talked about a lot of shit. And as she's trying to tear up at that time, I didn't have a relationship with Don Kettle at that time, and she's trying to tear me down. How you doing, my hair? I'm gonna drop a link for you because I would like for you to bring up some of those questions if you have time to come up, because I'm talking about your live stream and I have to listen to it as we go. And you're right here. You could just tell me what was said. Because I really did not appreciate. I'm gonna tell you something. It's the lies for me. 310, yeah, because of the smoking and she said he smoked a lot more than what she expected and talked about his teeth and stuff like that. So yeah, all that stuff came up. There's no lie there. Noble knows it. He does. So let's see if I can get. Let me listen to a part of this stream so I can address the rest of it. Oh, you guys asked me about the braids. Noble was exactly Tyrone. Noble was supposed to help her. She wanted Noble to pay for her to get her braids done. He didn't for whatever reason. He said he was going to pay half. There was this guy that was taking her back and forth to work sometimes, and she was like, yeah, if I sit with him, blah blah blah, whatever, he's going to give me $100. Whatever happened, I don't know, but I know that he gave her $100 for those damn braids. So why she want to talk shit about me? Let me tell you something. Everything that I do, I can afford to pay for myself. Let me see. Let me listen to Maha's live stream so I can address more of these lies. Because if not, let me see. Okay, so so what I just heard right now, Maha's live stream. Tracy said, I'm bringing this up 3 months later for content. I know I didn't bring it up 3 months later. Tracy's the one that kept bringing this up. Tracy's the one that kept making those live streams. That's what it is. She just don't like my way of responding to it. Because if you disturb my peace, I'm going to disturb yours. Now, I told you guys, hey, Hypnotic, that I was recording I recorded the cruise because what happened in California, I told Tracy that shit can't happen again. I came back, I let them have it. I let them make their bullshit ass commentary, talking all that shit about me. I wasn't going to go through that again. And when I looked at Tracy and I asked her who that girl was, and we spoke about what was going to happen before we went there, and I'm telling her this person says she's going to stalk me and she's going to try to hide that list for me, I knew that there is something that's wrong. So if you're going to tell me that I'm supposed to let Noble and Tracy tell me how the fuck I'm supposed to spend my money, I can tell them that somebody was that they were playing in my face already. All right. So I had a record for myself. And if you guys don't like it, whatever, you're definitely not going to like it if I play it. So Tracy and the broken pieces need to shut the fuck up because I haven't really played anything for you guys yet. But what they need to do is stop lying on me and back the fuck off. Now they don't have to, and they probably won't because they're both so addicted to YouTube that it clouds their common sense if they ever had any. And that's okay because this shit don't mean anything to me. What I'm sick of is these people lying on me. I didn't make Tracy go anywhere. I'm not her babysitter. So I had to babysit Noble, calm him down, take care of Tracy over there who was traveling with no money as Noble was sitting over there mad because he's seen that she was with all those different guys talking about, whatever. I didn't leave with anybody to come back with drinks. That was Tracy, but you guys want to keep changing the goalposts. She was gone. We seen it. When she came back, we were both like, where did you go? And she wants to try to paint this picture of MU. Let me tell you something. I could pay for my own braids. I don't got to do anything strange for change for anything on my body. Nothing. So I'm not sure what Tracy's problem is. What Tracy's problem is she thought she was going to get over on me and I wouldn't have any receipts. I wouldn't have anything. And I would have just let her play in my face and spin whatever narrative Tracy wanted to spin. And I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck that she's with the beef sector or anything like that. She was fucked up. Noble is fucked up. My receipts aren't lying. If you guys don't like it, then produce receipts that say otherwise. Or shut up. Now, y'all got any questions for me? I don't appreciate how I just don't appreciate how I go through all this over there and they're trying to tell me how to deal with it, trying to make Tracy out to be this victim like I did something to her. You can't keep moving the goalposts. At first, Tracy's complaint was that I rolled my eyes at her and she made these live streams. She said I wasn't sober anymore. She kept telling you guys that I was with people, that I left with all these people when in fact she left with those people. So what are you guys mad at Misunderstood for? And I don't even understand what she's upset about and what is Noble upset about. Listen, when people can talk all the shit they want to talk about you, people can say whatever they want to say, but when you need something, when it comes to spinning, they're not there. I was there. Noble shouldn't have a damn thing to say about me. Shouldn't have had anything to say about me at all. Because let's go back to the messages real quick with Noble. Hold on, y'all. It's about that time for me to get my hair done. You know what I'm saying? Check your community wall for some questions. Are there more? You guys are here now. You can tell me. Let me clear my camera. Actually, let me turn my camera off first. Second. So the only reason this has come up again is because they both bring it up. Period. That's it. I don't appreciate the lies. I don't find it funny. And all I'm gonna do is keep coming back with more receipts. They really wanted something to happen to me over there. God had my back. But okay, you guys, I'm gonna try to get through. If I don't finish the stream, I was trying to wait for Maha, but I'm busy tonight. I need to do my homework. Let me see if y'all left me any questions. I mean, he's just up in the middle of the night lying. Wait a minute, I think he's right here. We'll have a conversation and then we'll get out of here. They're on some bullshit. And the thing that pisses me off is they know they brought this shit up, trying to put it on me. I don't need this kind of commentary. I'm not broke, you broken pieces. That's you guys that gotta come up with some fake ass beef. What's up?
Hey, MU, how you doing?
I'm pissed as hell right now, but I'm better because I'm listening to your live stream trying to respond to it. I'm like, just tell me what was said.
All right, well, I don't know everything that was said, but I know
you were the one asking Noble's question. That's
what I'm finna say. I'm finna tell you. Like, as far as the questions that I asked of him was like, well, first of all, I wanted to know how this whole thing came back around. You know what I'm saying? Like, what made it to where you felt like you had to go post the things on your community wall that you posted, you know, or respond in the first place?
They kept bringing it up. Noble had put up in Kimmy's chat that they knew I was being stalked before I did. The stalker was over on Deanna's channel talking about Tracy knew that I was being stalked. She knew that I was coming. I asked Tracy specifically if that Erica chick was going to be there. I asked her.
Uh-huh.
She said she don't know. And so I said, give me the guest list. Let me see. Don't forget, I'm the one funding a lot of the shit. Okay. The trip could have happened if it wasn't for my finances. So I'm like, give me the list. I can plan this shit, you know. And then when we get over there, and I ask her, when she introduced me to her, I was like, Tracy, ain't that the person that said she was gonna stalk me? This was at the captain's dinner over on the cruise, right? We're at the cruise. She's like, I don't know. So I asked her, were there 2 Ericas on the list? No. And she completely blew it off right then and there. I had all that shit in the back of my head. But what brought it up, number one, Tracy brought it up. When I made that stream about what Noble said, Tracy then goes live, talk about, well, I'm going to tell it all. No, I'm like, if you're going to tell it all, then you're going to tell it all. You're not just going to tell your delusional version of what you want people to believe. No, that was Tracy's live stream. So because of Tracy's live stream, this all came up, and this is why we are here today.
Okay, yeah, that was one thing that I asked him, and another thing was,
and another thing that pissed me off is when that shit happened. She kept trying to be this. I'm sorry, Maha.
You good? Go ahead. Hey, this is your live stream. Thank you for letting me up.
When I'm angry, I'm just fucking. When I came back, she was so busy trying to paint this picture of her being a victim. Didn't shit happen. She likes to say that people were attacking her. I heard Noble say this as well, that I need to come out here and defend her. Tell me the live stream where they were attacking Tracy, saying that Tracy was responsible for what's happening over there. Not one person has mentioned that live stream or showed a clip of what supposedly Tracy was out here trying to get me to defend. That's a lie. Tracy never brought that shit up. Tracy never asked me to defend her name. Tracy wanted me to put on a show so she could then put on a show. Let's call a thing a thing.
All right, and then the next thing was pretty much like, All right, so when the events that took place then took place, I know that Tracy was very vocal about it, but you was hesitant to speak on it. One thing that they were saying about that was, okay, so why now choose to come out and speak on it when you didn't speak on it then?
Because they keep bringing it up. She keeps taking shots at me. Noble brought it up. We weren't talking about the cruise ever. I don't believe we were talking about, or maybe we would have. But Noble's the one that said they both knew that I was being
Uh-huh.
stalked. They brought it up. That's why I stayed quiet. I'm not the one that kept talking about it. But how many live streams do you think you're gonna make about me before I open my mouth?
Okay. I think that another thing that was blown that was
3-1. Oh, you don't. You the reason why no one when Tracy went live talk about, oh, she needs to defend my name. Let me tell you something. When I did make a live stream, she went over on Jay Wilson's talking about, I'm not going. She did it on this channel. No, Tracy wanted to find any reason to fight with me because she knew that she couldn't pay me back, and that's all it was.
okay. Another thing was let's see. Why be in contact with Noble in the first place? Because a lot of people were saying, like, it seemed like Noble was playing both sides of the fence. Now they both said, like Tracy said, that she already knew that you were in contact with Noble, and he said that she knew, so he said that his main objective for contacting you in the first place was to make sure that both of y'all were he didn't want it to be any problems inside y'all friendship, or
Let
you know
me
what I'm
pin at
saying, to
least
make sure
that.
both of y'all was safe.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get all that, and let me pin the link real fast so that way, since I'm not looking at the chat, if y'all have questions, just hit the link, or I'll try to remember it. Let me pin this real quick. Okay, when Tracy said she already knew about that, because I'm not in the chat, you guys, right now. So when Tracy said she already knew about the messages, didn't Noble seem surprised? Like, oh yeah, that's right. That's true.
All right, so
No.
you, in your opinion, you don't feel like that she knew that he was contacting you?
Okay, let me clear this up, because I
Go
don't want
ahead.
it to be. I don't speak to people and their men like trying to get with them, and I never had that. It was never like that with Rob. It was never like that with Noble. It was common for us to speak about each other's relationships, and there's been times where Noble just was on a good one. Maybe he smoked too many shrooms, and she would ask me to speak to him, so that wasn't uncommon. The thing that bothered me is how he tried to say, how Tracy was like, oh, he didn't message me uh after the cruise.
Okay.
And yes, he did. He
Okay.
was asking me, why is Tracy turning on me? Because I never did a damn thing to her. So that's the stuff that he's trying to hide. He absolutely didn't. That text message, I believe, let's see. I have to look at it, but we were and that was in October. We came back uh October 4th. So he obviously messaged me after, and then what he had to do, because he's lying, he had to pussyfoot backwards. Then he
Okay.
said, what? The only messages that he sent me was regarding the cruise, making sure that we were okay. And number one, let me tell you something. When we were back, why did he have to make sure that we were okay? No, he was talking about Tracy's live stream. This was a few days after the cruise. Now, before the cruise, he's telling me he's got second thoughts. He needs to level up. And if Tracy is not going to get on board, he's going to have to, do what he's got to do because he loves himself more. The motherfucker is a liar. And I was trying to keep things peaceful. I'm like, Noble, don't hurt her and stuff like that.
Yeah. So he most definitely, you saying, contacted you after y'all was already off the boat or
I'll
whatever.
give you the
Whenever the
date.
cruise was
I'll
over,
give you the date.
because he told me he didn't. It stopped when y'all got back. It stopped. He didn't
Okay,
hit
well
you up
let's
no
let's
more.
talk about that right now. Thank you for being specific.
Okay.
So he said that he didn't contact me after at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can keep talking as I pull up the receipt.
All right.
Actually,
And
I did my community wall. Let
like,
me go to
and
my
just like I
community
said on my show, you know what I'm saying, I'm really cool with you and Tracy. I hate to see y'all going through what y'all going through, and that I basically hope that y'all would be able to patch it up, and whatever y'all decide,
No.
y'all
That's
decide.
something else he said. I'm sorry that I'm cutting you off, but
You
you know I
good.
don't
Go
really
ahead.
know
This
that.
is your
That's
show,
something
MU. You don't
else.
have to
He said
apologize
there's
to
no
me.
coming back from this. There was no coming back from it when she didn't give me a heads up who that person was on a cruise. There was no, and I didn't even care. But the fact that she tried to come back, like I did all these things to her, the same shit that she did in California. Who's trying to save what? I think they have this big inflated ego for nothing. I wish their fucking pocketbooks was just as inflated, because when people are desperate and when people don't have whatever, she just saw me as a come up that said they'll do anything. They'll lie, they'll scam, they'll do whatever. The hustling, lying bastards, but they hustling backwards. You don't get to 50 years old plus taking trips with no fucking money. And the only reason she did that is because she knew I was a good fucking person. I would make sure her broken pieces, her shards didn't make sure I made sure she was okay. And for her and Noble to be talking shit about me, that fucking mushroom head breath shouldn't have anything to say about me. He shouldn't have a damn thing to say, because when it came to it, he didn't send Tracy money. She sent him money. And if he did, okay, but not enough to cover the trip. I know for a fact that she sent him some fucking low-ass cash apps. He shouldn't have a damn thing to say. I'm so feminine. I'm more of a man than he is, motherfucker. I'm gonna go over there crying about me. You need to stop crying on these damn panels, Noble, and man the fuck up. Because what you said was you weren't happy. You said that she wasn't making you feel like a man. Crybaby. Fuck wrong with you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Damn. Ooh, man. So this, yeah, it's
I'm pissed off because they keep bringing the shit up, and when I respond, she makes it. And this is a game that people play. They'll bait you and bring stuff up, and then when you respond, they'll either remove the stream, remove the comment, and be like, "Why is she bringing it up now?" You guys never would have known any of this if they were not talking shit about me.
Trying to think back to something else that was brought up.
Okay, what's the date on this? We got back October 4th. Now we're supposed to get back October 3rd, but Tracy wanted to extend it a day. Let me put myself on the big screen so you can see for your own sector. Wait a minute. It's on my community wall too. It's October 9th. I don't think you'll be able to see it. You can't, but it's on my community wall. It's on my community wall.
Okay. Yeah.
The date is October 9th. Let me read you the receipt since you probably haven't seen it. MU. Now we're back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
I hope, and it's on my community wall. MU, I hope all is well with you. And I'm sorry you had to go through that on your vacation. That's why I was on y'all so much. It would be okay. Pray Psalms 91. So that's the scripture he's talking about. That's why I posted on my community wall. I'm done with YouTube for a while. I said I'm angry. So this is your question, Ronnie Q. So this is October 9th. Okay, so he messaged me at 9:24 a.m. Now that Monday is when Tracy went live. See, you can't rewrite history like they're both trying to do. Tracy went live. Noble's asking me why. And now I'm in school. I haven't been live at all. Videos down, right? So I want to put the text message in context, all right? So I'm going to read it again. So Tracy goes live. Tracy never brought up Erica. Tracy was so upset that I had somebody else there on a cruise that she didn't know. That was our phone call. Tracy, don't you lie about that phone call now, girl? Because I was already checking you on that shit that you were trying to play. Anyway, this is October 9th at 9:24 a.m. I hope all is well with you. And I'm sorry you had to go through that on your vacation. That's why I was on y'all so much. Okay, I told you about the scripture. I'm done with YouTube for a while. My response at 10:50 a.m. I'm angry. All I'm saying, I was a friend to Tracy when she needed something. I was there. Where were they? Talking about her chat. To let her chat make it seem like I'm the bad person, I don't appreciate it. I'm done. I didn't know that couple until nights later. So what was I supposed to say? I'm all right. I see it for what it is. I'm done. It's my life. If I go live or not, it's my choice. I was a good fucking friend. Now I'm out over at Noble. The reason why I said if I go live or not is because Tracy wanted me to go live to address a troll. Now, Maha, could you imagine addressing somebody that said all this shit about you? You'll be like, you know what? Put out what you have. I'm not gonna go addressing some troll that don't even get 20 views per video.
I hear you.
I told her it was never. Oh, this person is saying that I allowed her to get stalked. It was never that. Not any text message from Tracy or Noble. They wanted me to address the lies that Erica was talking about. And I was like, I'll be down if I use my platform to address a meaningless troll.
All right, and I think another thing that was brought up was the actions of him sending you the text message, being upset with the guys,
Okay.
being upset with her about the guys. You know what I'm
Okay, let me
saying?
go to that message. I did. I think I pulled that message on my community wall.
Yeah, you
What
did,
was
you
what
did.
was said about it?
Um, no, they were saying like they were asking, do you? Well, let me ask you this: do you feel like instead of responding to you as far as the thing with the guys go, do you feel like she should have been going talking to Noble, since he was the one that sent you the message having a problem, you know what I'm saying, with her kikiing with the guys?
What you mean?
Like, okay, so in the messages that I seen, the ones that I read on my thing, it was him sending you a message saying that about her and the dude in the red shirt or whatever, you know, she left with him and kikiing when they got back or whatever. And my comment was section was like, well, why is she so mad at MU, you know, for why is she so mad at MU about that situation when Noble was the one that was saying that he had a problem with it? Do you feel like she should have been addressing Noble instead of addressing you when it comes to that situation?
The
right
reason
there?
why she's not gonna address me is because they're the reason why they're trying to lie for each other right now is because they're both full of shit, and they were thinking that they were gonna make a lot more off the story than what they did, not expecting me to have my own receipts. There's a reason why she wasn't upset with Noble. Noble didn't give a fuck. As you can see from the other messages before, they were already having problems before Tracy got on that boat. Okay.
Yeah.
Tracy, I think that, and now Noble's anger was real, and I released my other live stream. Noble was upset, but I think when it came to actually addressing Tracy, like he would just get scared or whatever. I can't really speak on that. I think I don't know. I don't know, but
Yeah.
all I can say is when he was messaging me, because I'm easy to talk to, I was trying to calm that situation down. And he was clearly upset about it. I think that if they did have a conversation about it, whatever. But the way that he's trying to turn it around now, I heard him say on your platform. I heard him say on your platform that if I was a good friend, I wouldn't have let her go. And he said a lot. I wouldn't have let her go with that guy. And he said
Yeah.
a lot of dumb shit like that. Like I had anything to do with it. You can clearly see me in my video saying, "Damn, where's Tracy? I didn't know that she left. And why was all of that my responsibility to do?"
I understand. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I'm just here. You called me
I
up,
don't
so I
like a
came up.
crybaby ass dude that's like, "Oh, why did she let my girl go?" Well, Noble, maybe if you would have paid for her trip, she wouldn't have went, fool.
Oh man, this is bad. I see it in your eyes, MU. Ooh, my goodness.
I don't like being lied on. And I don't like that he's trying to make it seem, number one, I don't need this kind of content. I don't need this kind of commentary. If I did, I would have fucking came live when I first got back. I didn't. So I really don't appreciate it. The reason we're here today is because those two thought they were gonna gang up on me. They thought that I was gonna be stupid. I didn't have receipts, and they were gonna keep making money off of MU, and I was gonna go trying to ask for us to be friends again. No, that shit's done. I seen that shit over on the cruise. I see it. There was already red flags before we got on that ship. Okay, there was already red flags because I'm like, how are you asking me to pay for all this stuff? Okay, I made a commitment. I knew that I had somebody over there that was gonna go. I followed my commitment, but Tracy was acting shady from the start.
Yeah. Dang, man. You know what I'm saying? I just remember the days I used to
It made
come
me
over
sad.
here and y'all used to be together. So it just, it's crazy that.
That was real on my part. You see, that's why in my messages, and this is why. Okay, I would get emotional, but I didn't drink my collagen today, so I ain't trying to get no extra wrinkles on my forehead, y'all. Let me tell you something, because I'm not gonna cry, right? Especially as I'm dragging. But let me tell you this: when I was saying why is she doing this, I was a friend to her. That was real. I was a friend to her, but was it reciprocated ever? No. Tracy wanted to get as much out of me as she could. She came back talking about my finances. She came back talking about I don't really got it like that. No, they don't got it like that. And I'm just listening. Now, I haven't went live at all. I'm just listening,
Yeah.
right? And I'm just thinking, who the fuck do they think I am? I obviously recorded that trip when I asked her who the hell was Erica, and I told her in California that I told her before she left California I will never have a situation like that again. I will document the whole trip. I told her that. And my fault she forgot.
Yeah, and I think since you said that, something else came back to me. It was something about you recording. I think before the trip or something like that. Like maybe towards saying that you plan to do something like this in the beginning anyway, because you was already recording.
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. When I got back from California, um, Abigail, aka Paulette, you know, one of the shards, went around trying to curse me out, saying I did all these things wrong to Tracy. I told Tracy, we ever get together again, I was gonna record the trip. Absolutely. I said I was gonna make a documentary of it. I'm a blogger. I always have my camera on. But I didn't do a damn thing to Tracy in California. And I said, Tracy, you know this ain't right. You know. Tracy's like, I can't control what Paulette does. I was like, but she's dragging me because of you. You're the one got on here complaining that I didn't do this and that. And I go, good and damn well, I did more for her than Noble or any other motherfucking guy. Let's call a thing a thing. I was good to her. I had fun with her. And if you rock with me, I'm going to make sure you're okay. Tracy knew that. That's why she was able to go to Miami with no fucking money, because she know I got it. I'm going to take care of you. You know, it wasn't the plan. I didn't appreciate it because she never said, hey, I don't have a dime. My card is cursing me out. We're not getting along right now. Tracy never said that. That was last minute. So, but Tracy knows the kind of person I am. I am a good person. I'm gonna take care of you. But I told her that was a Cash App thing. Paulette went around talking about send me a Cash App, and I would drag MU. I was like, Tracy, you know what? That shit don't really bother me. But we ain't going through that again. Collect your coin. But I ain't doing that again. So I'm not sure why she's so surprised. Now, what I usually do, like I recorded California as well. I take out the audio and I make a video. You guys take videos of me and Tracy in California, right?
Yeah.
All I gotta do is put the audio back in.
Straight up. Okay, and then I think another thing that came up was everybody was curious to the way that Noble was answering the questions when I asked him if there was anything more, you know, basically that he was anything more that was left to find out regarding his contacts with you. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything else that went on that we may not know of as far as he goes with his contact with you? Like, you
The
know,
thing about it was he's been talking about calling it off, like because of things. He would talk about how he was dogged out on panels, how he would feel less of a man and stuff like that. And now I'd be like, don't embarrass her in public, Noble. Like, don't do those kind of things. Those were like the gist of our conversation. So my point of all that, when he's trying to say I wasn't a good friend, I was a good friend to him. I was a good friend to Tracy. As Tracy was trying to tear up my relationship, I was trying to preserve hers. And he knows it. And that was my whole point of posting that. When he got back, he's like, oh, misunderstood's not shit. Now I'm not shit. You were over there upset that Tracy was hanging out with other guys. You were over there. If it wasn't for me, she couldn't have sent you any motherfucking money. So now I'm not shit because we back? You stink breath coward. Fuck you.
I seen somebody ask was she there? Yeah, she was in the comment section while he was on the panel. She was.
She knows I'm not lying. That's why
attendance.
she posted, hey, nobody cares about misunderstood receipts. Tracy brought this shit to light. Tracy, once again, she profited off of California. She profited with that shit with Rob, and she wanted to profit off of me again, period. So she came back here trying to paint this story. I'm like, Tracy, I'm not talking about this cruise. Tracy brought this cruise up. Tracy's the one that kept making it seem like, oh, misunderstood was talking about me. I ain't talking about her on no cruise. Show me the person I was talking about her to. Beasley lied and told people I was able to talk to him.
That was another thing.
Beasley.
You're right.
I got the receipt from Beasley. Beasley lied. He is a troll from the black sector. I know exactly how Beasley gets down. There is no way Beasley with his Android or not being able to FaceTime me could have had a conversation with me on that fucking cruise.
When so he had no. Hold on. Okay, because hold on, I'm gonna let you go. But that's another thing that you just brought up that came up last night too. As you talk, it jogs my memory a little bit. Okay, so it was something with with I call him Paleface. It was something with Paleface and some recordings of you and him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was basically trying to sell the recordings.
And he was trying to get me to send him $500 to not put stuff out, talking about he was in Vegas and he was broke. I was like, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what you say. Everybody knows you call him, you on Mad Day. I'm gonna bet Tracy was calling me a dope fiend. You had Fi going off on me. Fi's like, I'm gonna drag her for you. I'm like, this is the same shit that happened in California. Hell no. So Ed Beasley knows how I am. So he called me and he was like, is Tracy this, Tracy that? Now I went live. I was like, no, Tracy don't smell no mustard and shit like that. No. And I've been said on my live stream, but you call me on Mad Day and you cursing me out, I'm going to curse you out, period. So that's what that was. So when Beasley was asking me to give him $500 and shit, for the, no, I stand by what the fuck I say. But unlike other people, if I said something in anger that wasn't quite right, I'll tell you guys that, hey, you know what? I was just mad. Because that's the kind of person I am. I'm not going to lie on you. But that was after Tracy made a live stream talking about, and I got them written down. I don't care what she takes down. Talking about, so now it's my fault. Something about sex, and now it's my fault that you were having sex on a cruise, something like that. She was making like some crazy live streams. After the fifth one is when I had the conversation with Beasley, and that was, I could give you the exact date, but that we were already back home by then. It wasn't while we were gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is. So there may, I don't know, because I never heard no recording. So I'm gonna just ask you. So he potentially does have some recordings of you talking to him. He played them already.
I was going off, and I was going off. Now a lot of stuff he lied about, like me not saying, like me saying that like I don't like the beef sector, stuff like that. I obviously love the beef sector, but I was going through a lot, and I just found out like this girl had made videos, so all the stuff that I was thinking that was happening wasn't in my head. Because at first I'm like, damn, am I being paranoid? Like this girl keeps following me around, blah blah blah. When we got home and I saw those videos, and I was actually stalked over there, and this person kept walking by me trying to take pictures, and I had this her husband knocking on the door and shit like that. All that stuff, I was able to put it together when I got home. And that's why my messages to Noble, I was like, I didn't even know. I couldn't even tell you something. I didn't know what was happening. So I had all of that real stuff going on, not no YouTube shit. And when I was trying to tell her, she wanted me to fire up a live stream. I'm like, no, I ain't going to fire up no live stream. I'm trying to talk to you. Okay, I'm not trying to put on no show. I'm like, this is what happened over there. So, yeah, I did go off. But I'm wondering, why is my friend making all these videos about me, trying to make this trip about her like something happened to her when it was something that happened to me?
Dang.
And then I went live, and I was like, yeah, I was upset. You know, and the worst thing was how she tried to turn everybody against me. I didn't give a fuck about that because I got to see people for who they were. But telling people I wasn't sober, still trying to tell people I'm not sober. Well, for me not to be so sober, I'm the one that had the most sense on a whole fucking cruise out of all of us. I had to take care of her. I had to take care of Noble. So now all of a sudden I'm some type of junkie. If I'm a junkie, then what the hell are you? What are you on?
And I guess my last question as far as this go is do you think that y'all can never get to a better space again to where it won't be any more of this back and forth for receipts?
No, they tried to hurt. No, they bring me up. And what I'm not going to do is sit up there and let her keep eating off of me. No, they both bring me. They bring me up. It's not me coming, making random commentary about it. That is, you guys would have known about the toilet not flushing. You guys would have known about any money. I didn't bring that shit to YouTube. I didn't tell anybody that I loaned her. I didn't loan her money. I saved her from a situation. I loaned her money before the cruise. You wouldn't have known any of that, but Tracy went live. And I feel that she was banking on the fact that I have addictions and stuff like that in my past, and nobody would give a shit. And I still don't think anybody would give a shit because of my past, but I don't give a damn. I know that shit was foul. And she came back trying to talk all that shit, trying to drag me, talking about, oh, you know, trying to just whatever, telling a bunch of lies on me. I decided to start clearing that shit up. And the only reason it came back up is because Noble brought it up in Kimmy's stream, and then Tracy went live. I went live addressing Tracy's live.
Okay. All right, well, I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to speak to you, MU. You know, it's all love over here. You know, just like I said before, never attempt to bash you or nothing like that. And I guess my last thing is, do you mind if I give it a bit of a playback on my show? You know, just so I can get your side. It's up to you.
One
You know
thing
what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate is when somebody is I always, number one, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? When somebody could take a situation that's not biased, because I'm always wondering, I like hearing different perspectives, and you're using a video with my words. I appreciate that, because at least
Yeah, I
you're
don't want
giving
to
commentary
misquote.
on it, and it's okay. You can use the video.
It's this MU with me. I always try to be a fair person, so I don't want to just play one side and have one side bashing you and you not be able to speak for yourself. And sometimes, when we using our memory banks, we tend to get stuff wrong. But I know
I agree.
if I let you say it, if you saying it out your own, there's no way I can get anything wrong. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Because she the one that said it. But yeah, I'll let you get back to your show. I most definitely appreciate it, MU.
Thank you for coming up, asking the questions, because I didn't see the whole video. And say hi to IGT for me. Thank you for coming up.
Already, thank you, MU. I'll see you later. You got my support.
And you have mine as well.
Because what before there was a President Mahia, it was just a little, it was just Mahia, then Mahia, Texas, and me and you was over here rocking strong. I came to your live stream a bunch of nights before you even knew who I was.
Before you go, let me tell my audience how to find you. I got a lot of new subscribers, and you guys, I support Mahia. I rock with Mahia. I love his late night shows, and he'll tell you about himself before he goes.
All right, well, you know what I'm saying, most definitely sidewalked in, you know what I'm saying, aka Mr. In the Lab Live. That's my show, In the Lab Live. I go live Monday through Thursday, from 12 to 7 o'clock in the morning, man. So, it's never a dull moment over there. Make sure you come check us out. And yeah, man, I'm most definitely in support of Tracy as well as MU, man. I hope they find a better spot, you know what I'm saying, that they don't have to keep doing this. And thank you, MU, for your time. I'm gonna go ahead and jump down. It's all love. All right, bet.
Okay, you guys. So that's the late night show. I do try to catch it. A lot of times I don't type it in people. Y'all know I stay in the clouds, but I listen to it before I go to sleep. I missed this one. Can one of my moderators please drop his link in the chat? People are gonna give commentary. It's the thank you, Asava. Do I got Asavi? I'm sorry. It's the lying for me, or the trying to if you're giving commentary based off of your point of view, I can't do anything whether I agree or disagree, but rock with it. Okay. Let me make sure this is Ronnie Q. And again, Mahia, thank you for coming up. What's good, Ronnie Q?
Hey, MU. I'm sorry I missed Mahia. I was busy. I was trying to get on before he left because his live was.
He's still in the. Mahia, can you come back up, or are you gone? Let's see if he's still out there. But go ahead. He can probably hear you. But
his live was quite interesting, and I understand that he didn't understand when Noble was pulling the wool over his eyes with these answers. He had a word salad of answers. The first thing is that the receipts that you put out, I believe the date was October 9th or something on those receipts that Mahia put up. So it was clear that you guys were texting after the trip was over, because the cruise was at the end of September. The texts were October 9th. So when Mahia asked him about why you guys were texting each other, he initially said, well, they were out of town with each other.
Oh my God. Hold on. Ronnie Q, if we're having an earthquake right now, let me let you guys go.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Why'd you guys leave? It's quiet now. Can you guys come back up? I need to deal with my son. Oh my God, you guys, we just had an earthquake. Let me check it. Hey, Kilolo. Whew. Ronnie Q and Mahia, I didn't mean for you guys to leave. I'm used to these damn earthquakes. Where y'all go? Shit. No, I don't know what they're about to say. Harley, are you okay? Okay, you're scared. You guys, we're used to this
What in the
bullshit.
world?
What is
Hey,
the world?
you said let me let you guys go, so that's why we jumped down. Shit, I'm in Texas.
No,
I don't know. I thought it was over.
no. So when there's an earthquake, it's like it rattles everything.
And scares you to death.
It
I
scared
would
me.
say
I
that
wasn't even
people
there. Shit, I'm like, okay, let me go.
No, you guys are good. Let me make sure everything is still in order, and I want to see how rough that earthquake was. I'll be back. Y'all can have the conversation. I'll be right back.
Okay, so initially when he got on, he said, okay, we saw the receipts. It said October 9th. The trip was
Mm-hmm.
at the end of September. It was a 3-day cruise. And then they spent, I don't know how many days. I want to clarify that with her in
Okay.
Miami after the cruise. So, with the receipts coming out on the 9th, where they were texting each other, it was clear that they were back home. And when you asked him about that, he said, well, my girl was out of town and I wanted to make sure she was safe. That's why I was so insistent on getting your attention about what does he mean, make sure she was safe, because they were already home then. And then he changed it to, what did he change it to? He changed it to something else. They had tension, and I wanted to
Yeah.
make sure that they would be friends again and they would get their relationship back on track. You see, it was just a whole bunch of lying about why he was texting MU on October 9th, because at first he said it was because they were out of town and he wanted to make sure Tracy was safe. So Noble is was really on some, I'm not going to call him Noble, I'm going to call him No Balls. No Balls was on some real BS. And see, the reason why I have this position about him is because he was on someone else's channel. And I just came up there and I said some great things. I said, you made a smart decision, to hold off and not leave your
It was
job
my
because
channel.
it's a good job. Was that your job?
Yeah, it
And
was
then
my channel.
he's like start acting, I'm not gonna have nobody going off on Tracy, and I hadn't even mentioned Tracy. And then he like act as if I said something bad to him. So okay, so that's why all gloves were off with Noble, and that's why I didn't want to say anything in the chat. But I hope you watched that video that I dropped in your back chat yesterday, because it was awful peculiar that I think it was about 7 days ago now, that Erica Kelly drops in Deanna Irving's chat at the end of her live, and she sound crazy, and then she all of a sudden brings a new caveat to this story that had never been said before. Then she goes, well, MU's a celebrity, everybody had her, and she took my husband to the back of the boat, and she did the thing on him, slobbed the knob on him. And I'm like, girl, bye. And Deanna was like, what? And you let that happen where I give my husband a hall pass every 10 years. Well, how long you been married? 11 years. Well, why are you saying every 10 years if you only been married 11 years? And it was just a whole bunch of lies that you could tell they were lies. And then Deanna was asking her pointed questions like, well, did you know that you were going to be no, I went to have fun, but yeah, I did find out that that's what we were going to be doing, and it was other people who was watching them too. It was so many added on lies. Now Tracy wants to say that MU kept talking about this trip, but then all of a sudden you have this girl pops up out of nowhere with added lies onto the story that she never had said anywhere else about MU. And that's what I wanted you to hear in that recording. And Deanna, and she just kept on and kept on lying, and she sounded ridiculous, but they are steadily trying to I believe that was a plant. I believe that was to get some more bad dirt put on MU's name, because it did not make any sense whatsoever.
All right. Well, there go MU. You guys so whatever.
What I missed?
So
Woo,
MU, how
that
many
earthquake
days
was
did you
heavy
guys
today.
spend? So on the 9th, you guys were all already home, right?
Yes, we got back on the
9th
fourth.
of October.
Yeah, we got that
Right.
kind of
So
fortune.
Noble is texting you. Noble was texting you on the 9th. Those were the receipts you showed. But on last night, he was trying to say that he was texting you because he was concerned about Tracy because Tracy was out of town with you. And then when I was in the chat having Mahia to ask him about that, weren't they home? And then he said that he was then texting you because he knew that you guys' friendship was strained and he wanted you guys to get your friendship back together. But nothing in those text messages said anything to that effect. So Noble, I'm not going to call him
He's a
Noble.
liar. He's a
I'm
liar.
going to call him No Balls from here on out. He's a liar. And then he knew Tracy was in the clouds. Well, Tracy, she probably in the clouds because she's always in the clouds. And then that nutbag Nihar was in there. Oh, Ronnie Q, you think you know everything. I think I'm listening to the ludicrous excuses that they're making up, and they're so mad at you that you have receipts. Had you not had receipts, she would have just not paid you back and just tried to make these lies float. But you have, and she probably would have said she doesn't owe you any money. But now that you have the concrete receipts of her acknowledging what she owes you and that she owes you, she can't get out of it. So now she has to make a reason of what you did to her, but she has not proven anything that you did to her.
Thank
And
you.
these liars always coming out with these lies or flashing their phones across their camera real quick where you can't read anything is like beyond the pale, because the beef sector is the sector of receipts
Thank
and you
you.
have shown your receipts.
Thank you. That's what I was
So
saying.
I don't even understand this. Go ahead.
I'm gonna pull the receipt back up. Catherine, thank you so much for the super chat. Catherine says, you are so right, Ronnie Q. Catherine, thank you so much, my friend. If you guys can please drop Mahia's link again. I got people in my stream. I gotta remember we're a different audience over here. So please drop Mahia's link so that people can check it out for themselves. Hypnotic. Y'all remember what I used to say when I was. You're not gonna do a tell-all, fell-all on me, because the thing is, I'll tell you my part and the other person's part, and I put my receipts out in full, the whole thread. Okay, and if something is missing, I tell you guys, but I pull out the whole thing. Thank you, Evelyn, for the Let me pull it back up. Now I heard him telling those lies. Now here's the thing: they stayed lying. They stayed they'll say something, try to backtrack it. I purposely stayed quiet to hear everything that they were going to say. I wanted to hear what that Erica chick was talking about. I wanted to hear what Tracy was going to say. Now, I didn't expect Noble. Noble caught me off guard. Okay, it was in Jay Wilson's chat when Noble said I wasn't shit. But I specifically spoke to Tracy about the money because throughout it, when I'm telling her, number one, I'm already paying for everything. Noble is telling me that he's not happy with what Tracy's doing, so I'm trying to keep him, keep their relationship intact as they're tearing down my shit. Every time I brought the money up to Tracy, she would get upset. Like, how dare you? I told her, okay, well, the day before we left, Tracy, we need to have this conversation. This is not a gift. This part is a loan. Oh, you're trying to ruin my fun. I'm like, bitch, after those scooters, you guys seen that on a live stream. When I'm like, hey, Tracy, I don't mind paying 100 and something an hour, as she's lying to you guys about paying for part of it. Nah, but I'm not going to do it just because you feel like being late. That's stupid. Okay. So Tracy threw an attitude. So then I'm telling Noble I'm over it. Noble's like, no, don't be over it. Give her another chance on it. No, she's rude as hell. So that's what Noble was talking about. And Noble was like, there was already tension. So I got it back. Now I had to pull up the GPS. I had to find directions. Tracy's all like, woo, all that shit. She was full of shit. So I knew right then and there. And I was like, Tracy, we got to go over these expenses because tomorrow's our last day. When she didn't want to, we had that conversation. And I have it. Of course, I have it on recording. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. All that, like, oh, I'm too incoherent. Oh, I'm partying. Woohoo, woohoo. Okay, so Okay, let's talk about a couple more things that I want to
Okay.
touch on. The way that she said that, oh, she spoke about how you dress. Oh, who wears those things? Who
Mhm,
wears these type of clothes?
mhm.
Okay, so I have a picture of you guys arriving. You had on your shorts, you had on a striped shirt, you had on some canvas sneakers. You look fine. You look like you were about to go on a cruise. I have a picture of you in the dining room. Um look at me. I got some pictures of you, girl. You had on a sweatsuit, a blue
Then you can share
sweatsuit.
them if you have it handy. I'll look at them.
Yes.
But
I don't have them handy.
okay, we're
I
gonna
have a
describe
picture
it. Y'all know the
because
outfits.
yeah, and you have on a sweatsuit, and then her to say the only thing she wore was those blue shorts, and those shorts they were this and they were that, and but we all saw what Tracy had on, and then Noble had the nerves to sit up there and say that you were inconsiderate because it took Tracy time to get herself together and to adjust herself and pose right and all this type of stuff. And I am like the same Tracy who was on live camera with her whole nipple out on a live stream. It took her time to get herself together. Are you serious? And then she went in on your home. Now we see your home behind you. Now we have
What did you
seen
say about my
Tracy.
home? Oh, please tell me because I need to
Oh,
stop crying
now,
because I
oh,
missed all this.
you didn't hear her say that
I
you
don't
live
watch her streams
in a
unless you
dump
guys don't
or a
tell me. I
rat
won't know.
trap. She
Wait,
said
what did she say?
you live in a dump or a rat trap. That old rat trap, that old dump that she lives in. Now I'm like, I know that you did not have the nerves to call anybody's place a dump or a rat trap when the ratings on your place actually talks about all the dead rats that are laying in the hallway. When we have seen your camera slip with you laying in bed with wigs on the floor, with coffee pots in the bed, and we have seen pictures of you in the bathroom, and your camera slips down to see all the crud that was in your bathroom sink. And then we see what's behind you. We see you in your kitchen. We see none of those things. So it's and then we see that we see your decor. We see your style of decoration in the Christmas decoration. And we are to take anything that you say seriously, Tracy.
That's like when she said that you needed hair. I'm like, Tracy, yeah. See, that's why I said the broken pieces. Let me tell y'all, it's always the ones that are broke that want to talk about everybody else. I kid you not. You don't see normal working people talk like that. That's why I said.
And
That's why they're broken.
okay.
And I've been doxxed so many
And
times.
I heard you say that yesterday. Like, like the fact that somebody is talking about somebody who has never been on camera. Meanwhile, being bald and my hair is down past my shoulders. Nonetheless, I don't even care. But we do know that we've seen Tracy on camera with her hairline receding more and more and more because those braids are so old that they're pulling all of her hair out by the follicle that it looks like she has a dent in her forehead from where her old hairline used to be. And we see all of those white hair follicles just standing on end. She has no edges, no anything. It's just crazy to say that she is a hairstylist and she pays somebody to do that to her head.
You can't make this shit up. This is why I don't even try to argue with people. You can't go behind that. Like, and let me tell you something. I've been doxxed, and even if I didn't live in this house, I wouldn't put somebody down for their living spaces as long as they have a place to live. But when you got somebody that never had anything, that's trying to front, that's trying to, let me tell you something. Tracy can't talk about anybody's house or anybody's hair. Number one, you tricking to get your hair done, fool. Noble didn't help you. That guy helped you. And you're like, I really didn't want to ride with him, but I needed the money for my hair. That's what you said. Say I'm lying, Tracy.
Now,
So I don't got those
did,
kind of problems. And
did you
then Noble was
did,
upset about it with that line, with his lying ass talking about, oh, you're talking about this guy. You did talk about it, but you didn't really tell people the story, did you, Tracy? Okay, so Noble with this soft ass was all like upset about that shit. And Tracy's like, oh well, if he can't give me the money, I'm gonna get it from somewhere else. Ronnie Q got hair. She ain't paying for people. She ain't having people give her money for her hair done. I'm just saying. to get her hair done. I'm just saying it's always the ones that don't
Not
have
at
it.
all.
They want to talk about other people. She ain't Ronnie Q ain't tricking for her hairstyle, and neither
Not
is
at
then
all.
you.
Not at all. And okay, I listen. The I'm just saying the only reason I brought up her living condition is because it was a compare and contrast because she decided to bring up yours, and like we see your living condition and we've seen hers. So why would she even put that flashlight, that spotlight on her own living condition? It's like you can't make this stuff up. Now,
Because the shards will back her up no matter what the fuck she's talking about. Well, all I gotta say to those broken pieces is when Tracy asked Living for that $150, she said no ho. And Paulette and them, they didn't want anything to do with it. Tracy would have just been over there stuck. And she can't lie about that. That's why in that recording you heard me say, what would you have done if I wasn't here? And what did she say? Something about God or something like that.
listen, now also, like, if you're helping her out and she comes home and she almost lost the little place that she's in, like, what 50 something year old woman is out here sending some bum some money while she's bumming money off of someone else to be on a vacation she obviously can't afford because she only had $100, and she's fleecing someone else? I mean, it's crazy. And then you almost lose your own place to live. Now, it's I just don't understand it. Who wants who wants would you want a man to give up a job and come move with you to make $10 less an hour if he was on hourly wages, and think that that was a good thing to do, to think that that was a smart decision? I would not have a man who would think that it was a good thing to do to come live with me making $10 less an hour. You think I would have him? Like, what do you think I am? Chopped liver? You better be making $10 more an hour if you think you coming here to mess around with me. Noble is smart. He told Tracy no. The end. Thank you. He's smart. Yeah, but he's been backpedaling. He's been backpedaling on everything. I stand with Tracy. Ain't nobody gonna talk about Tracy. And Tracy is a good. And even when Brianna said, well, Noble, what about Tracy said your breath stank? Well, maybe, I can do a tic tac will solve my stinking breath. But MU was wrong for recording Tracy to verify how much Tracy owes her. Like, he's not smart at
You gotta
all.
remember this too, Ronnie Q. After California, Paulette was trying to like drag me, talking about, oh, give me cash apps and stuff like that. And I didn't do anything to Tracy. And I was like, Tracy, what did I do but be a friend to you to deserve that? She's like, I know it's wrong. She was trying to make it seem like I had did all these things to her over in California. What did I do to her in California? When I knew over there on a cruise, yes, I did say, I told her before we are gonna go, I was gonna record the cruise and make a video. That's true. I usually take out the audio. I'm a blogger. But so it wasn't intentional to just you know what I mean? I keep my camera on. But during that captain's dinner, when she introduces me, it was like, this is Erica. I sit back down. Erica's by herself at that time. I sit down at the table. It's like, Tracy, is that the Erica that said she was gonna stalk me? She's like, no, that's not her, is it? I'm like, Tracy, was there another Erica that signed up? Because remember, I didn't see the list. Was there another Erica that signed up for this cruise? And she blew it off. I kept my camera and my phone on that whole entire time because I knew at that point this shit wasn't right. And she was just trying to, and I'm like, so then when I'm like at the karaoke and stuff like that, then when I seen Erica filming and shit like that, I knew that this bitch, I'm like, and I'm still like, am I being paranoid? Like, Tracy, she's like, no, you have nothing to worry about. She looked me in the eye and she lied. So I wanted to make sure that I had something in case something happened to me. Fuck what she was talking about. At that point, everything was fucking recorded. Everything.
I don't blame you. Now, so what is it? So was there a conversation that Noble had? I heard that Noble came out and said something about that they knew all along that girl Erica would be there. Is that
That's
true?
true. Yep, it is. I remember when I asked Tracy for the list, and I asked Tracy if Erica signed up. She's like, I think so. And then when we got there, she was like, "There's Eric." She told me that she was there, and I was like, "Tracy, you know that Erica said she was going there just to stalk me." And she's like, "Well, why would she say that?" It's absolutely true. And Noble put that in Kimmy's chat, and I told this to Kimmy too. I'm like, "Hey, this was foul." And she's like, "Are you sure that was Noble?" I'm like, "I'm sure that was Noble, Kimmy. That was Noble who said that." She's like, "That's messed up." So all of this stuff is behind the scenes that I'm bringing to light. Tracy knew. I believe that Tracy told Noble. I believe that they set up a lot of situations, and they were really banking on Erica to follow me around that trip. And there was a lot of things that had happened because they were talking about that shit before anybody else was.
So wait a minute. There's somebody in the chat has a good question. Do you mean to tell me that Erica actually booked under Tracy's booking?
Yes, she did.
Get out of
Yes, she did.
town.
And when I was asking her for that damn list, she wouldn't give it to me. I was like, Tracy, this shit is mine. We couldn't even go if it wasn't for me. She wanted her audience to think, I don't give a fuck what the sharks think. But I'm sorry, broken pieces.
Oh.
But, she painted this picture like, oh, I didn't want to babysit misunderstood. If she was anxious, she shouldn't have went. She talked a good game. I'm grateful for the recordings. I'm grateful for the text messages because I seen the shit when I was over there on a cruise. She booked under Tracy. Now, when we got back, before Tracy went live, and Tracy never once was talking about, oh, people are accusing her of anything. She wanted me to go live and address a troll. And I let her know that I had somebody of my own that was there. She said it was creepy. It was messed up. She's like, oh, they didn't want to meet me. I was like, Tracy, you had a bunch of people that was there and you wouldn't even give me a list. And you mad that I had one person over there that was there for me? She's like, yeah. And I said, so Tracy, you're putting more on the fact that I brought somebody that you didn't know over me being stalked. She goes, yes, that's creepy. I was like, being stalked is creepy. She said, no, that's no big deal.
Wow.
That's what the fuck she said.
Wow. And now she's trying to, and you were acting so timid, and she was acting so timid and so scared, and who's all that scared? Okay, so let's see it happen to her.
Exactly.
Let's see something like that happen to her. Like, we're not going to pretend like you did not have the right to be leery after putting all this together and knowing that she even booked under her booking. That's crazy.
I knew something was wrong I knew something was wrong when she wouldn't give me that list. And when I went over there, she introduced me. I was like, I was like, Tracy, that's the stalker. That's the one. And those are my exact words. That's the one that said she was going to stalk me. She's like, no. And I was like, well, is there another Erica on the trip? And she didn't want to answer. On the table, I pulled out my camera, I pulled out my phone, and I hit record. It's been on ever since. And she knew I was recording. There's been times where Tracy would be like, oh, let me see the pictures and I'm recording. Tracy knew I was recording. She just didn't think I knew that she was. When I was there during the cruise, there'd be times I would be with Tracy, I'd be with Jay Wilson. I would walk away. Because now when she identified Erica, I knew that this was the person that was stalking me, that said she was going to stalk me. I didn't put it together with her husband until we got back and I seen the video that Erica made. Before then, I wouldn't have known. I thought it was when there was this white man knocking on the door. And I'll open it. At first, when I first got there, Ronnie Q, I thought it was like a passenger, maybe. Mm-hmm. And then they said it was, oh, they got their room mixed up. When I got home and I saw the video, then I'm like, damn. And it creeps me the fuck out.
That really sounds creepy. That really sounds dangerous, and it really sounds creepy.
But Tracy made it all about her. Noble knew that there was some shit going on, and that's why Noble sent that text message, because he knew that shit was wrong. We spoke about it being wrong. That's why he said, I'm sorry for what you went through on the cruise. Now he's trying to change it up now. Like, I didn't mean it like that. Yes, you did. and you sent it when she was doing that live stream, and she single-handedly tried to make it about her. She downplayed the fact that I was stalked, tried to make it seem like I did all those things to her, and she wants to talk about a recording. I didn't play that fucking recording until Tracy kept going live lying about me.
Noble is a liar, and I don't even know what he's getting out of it. The way she berated him even before the cruise thing happened, the way she came out here and talked about how he's falling all over the place and how he goes outside every 10 minutes. She really depicted him as some type of crackhead, like, who goes outside every hour on the hour to take a couple of puffs on the cigarette and go to the liquor store. It was she put me in the mind of somebody who is hitting a pipe. That's what she put me in the mind of, because it was just strange and it was odd, and I'm just going to say that, and I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm just saying what it sounded like, how she described it. So you're describing him as this, and then he's coming back and he's backing up all these terrible things, these terrible lies that make zero sense. Okay, so even if you had hooked up with somebody, are we to believe that you were out there hooking up with every man on the ship, as she's tried to make it seem like? But if you had hooked up with 1, 2, 3, or 4, you were single. You were a single person, whereas she wasn't. And now we find out that she snuck away with somebody on Barbados. That was very interesting. But she didn't want to talk about that. She said it was just 10 minutes.
Let me tell you something. She left. I don't know what, she kept leaving. She kept leaving on the ship. She tried to post those pictures of me with these guys. I was doing interviews with those guys. The last day I did hang out with them. It was nothing like she's trying to make it seem. I did hang out with them and stuff like that. But she kept trying to push that image. And during my in one of my live streams, you hear me say, like, I'm irritated now, I'm rolling my eyes and stuff like that, because she keeps bringing up the brotherhood and I was gone. And I'm like, Tracy, and the other lady I was with got upset as well. I'm like, Tracy, you're the one that keeps taking off and I have to find you. She wanted me to hold her charger for her. She wanted me to hold all the stuff for her because she couldn't keep up with her herself, because she just wanted to drink. And I'm like, I'm not going to keep chasing you around the ship. I kept messaging Tracy, where are you? I have those messages. I'm like, where are you? I'm not going to keep looking for you. She was the one that took off. But she told her audience that I took off and I was gone for hours. And I'm like, Tracy, I'm not going to say what really happened with you because your relationship with Noble. So we go live, and then she's still bringing up the brotherhood. So now I'm like, stop it. You're trying to make me look bad. You're the one that keeps taking off. In my video, you can clearly see her take off, come back with the drink, talking and flirting with this guy, talking about he needs to go back to wherever she's from, Texas, with her and stuff like that. Noble's like, so she's inviting him back to Texas. I'm like, Noble, it's gonna be okay. And those are the text messages. Now they want to say it means something else. I'm a bad friend because I let her go off. No, she went off on her own, and she kept trying to paint this image of me. Number one, I was single at that time. Number one. Number two, all the stuff that she said I was doing is what she did with no money at all.
That's interesting. That's like really interesting. Now you said that
not only did she do those things on a cruise, she was tricking to get her. I'm not gonna say tricking. Sorry, that's me being stupid. I was listening to the P sector a little bit. She had to get money from another guy to pay for the expenses. She wanted Noble to help with the clothes and stuff like that. She wanted Noble to give him half her check to help save money and stuff like that. There was a lot of things that was going on there.
Wait a minute. Not only did she trick to get those bad braids put those are Ronnie Q's words. Okay. Not only was she tricking to get those horrid braids put in her head, she was tricking to get those horrible bathing suits as well.
She was trying to get money and to have more spending money and stuff on a cruise, to have a place to stay. I told Tracy that I needed to stay by myself. No, she came out here trying to tell you guys about phone calls with Don Cato and stuff like that. She would not even, I believe this, Ronnie Q, for a fact. She wanted to be in that room with me. Now, I don't believe she could afford to stay by herself, but the fact that she was trying to tell you guys the conversations with Don Cato and stuff like that, she never would have known about those phone calls if I'd have been in my own room. I stayed with her so she could go. Okay.
Wow.
And I just really didn't appreciate that. And I'm like, Noble didn't pay for her to stay on her own. So how dare I come back? And all I did was tell Tracy that I need a couple days of not streaming, just a few days. That's what the fuck she was upset about. That's it. I'm like, I need this time for myself. I've been gone. You extended it a day longer, so I had to pay for that shit, the food and all the expenses and stuff like that. And she was rude as hell to me.
And she was wasting the food,
I held
right?
the money over her head. No, I didn't. She brought up the money. I asked her to tally it up, and then she's like, "No, you need to do that." And she had an attitude every time I tried to bring it up.
So I would tally it up too. If someone owed me money and they were trying to act like they were incoherent all day 24/7, and it was coming to the end of the trip and we needed an understanding, yes, I would have taken charge. I would have tallied it up. I would have sat down and had a serious conversation, because that's what you do when you are clear that this is a loan. You get an understanding about the final dollar amount. And if I can't imagine if I was living days off of someone else dying, lodging, eating, and all of that, you wouldn't have to come to me and tally it up, because I would have been keeping tally all along the way myself.
Exactly. She never intended to pay me back. When you go to buy a car, do you go just pick out any car, or do you want to know the expense of the car so you can pay back the loan?
Right, exactly. You're going to get something within your budget. You're not going to be ordering food that you're not accustomed to eating and then tasting and saying, ooh, I don't like that. Like, you're not accustomed to that. Order some French fries and hot dogs, which you're accustomed to eating.
Yeah,
Order
exactly.
some.
Exactly. Yeah. You may have to take her to court for your money back. Exactly, Tyrone. But if I don't take her to court, trust me, I'll get it back in commentary. Either one. Okay.
Hello.
I'm just saying, we've been friends for a while.
There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Okay. You mean to tell me let her friend borrow some money and she's not even gonna pay you back? Let me tell you something, just Andrea. Not only okay, so I loaned her the money before we went. She wanted me to pay for the entire thing. She wanted me to pay 1,000 and something to cover Noble's expenses. I'm like, Nobleless, hell no. All right, so I gave her a couple hundred. When she was over there and she paid like $30 for some cardless until I could get my C card, you know what I mean? Because I had a card, but they didn't accept it over there. She begged for it back. She said she couldn't wait. I needed to pay her back right now at that moment. And I'm like, just take it off the tab. No, I need this money right now. So I'm just saying, you know what I mean? She was full of shit the whole time. And then the nurse, the broken pieces, had the nurse to say, well, Tracy treated her too. Let me tell you something. Misunderstood is always paid her own way for every fucking damn thing that I've done. No, she didn't treat me to a damn thing. No.
Now, I was just wondering about this, but someone just wrote in the chat that she did get cash apps while she was on the trip, because I was like, well, dang, she got a pizza. She didn't get any cash apps. And somebody wrote in the chat that she got cash app, but she was sending them to Noble. Is that true?
I don't know how many she sent. No, she kept a lot of it. She did keep a lot of it to cover some of the stuff. She told my audience not to cash app me, to cash app her. She said, oh, she's rich, don't send her anything. I'm like, oh, hell no, YouTube is a business. No, cash app me. What the fuck is wrong with
wow
you? And then she went live talking about, if she had it like that, she shouldn't have cared what I spent or what I did. She don't have it like that. She's an idiot. The nerve. And people heard her say that over on Jay Wilson's platform. And they're all just like, that's right, Tracy. And the broken pieces was like, I wouldn't pay her back either. Don't worry, I'll get it back one way or another.
Let me tell you what. See, if you got it like that, see, you respect it. You don't just blow it. See, exactly. That's why you do have it like that. See, when you don't have it like that, you don't respect it. And then that's why you end up in the predicaments that you are, begging for it, for people to pay your rent every month, begging for somebody to lend you something until payday. See, she doesn't respect it. That's why she doesn't have it like that. So who is she to disrespect your money, talking about how you have it? Worry about how she should be worrying about how she doesn't have it. Exactly. And act accordingly.
telling you guys, oh, I have different cards. I do have different cards. I'm not stupid. When you leave and you're going, and my card is very sensitive, the banks could cancel it because they're not used to these kind of expenses, blah, blah. So I had a backup card.
From a different state. Yes,
Thank
exactly.
you. Thank
Mhm.
you. And she sat up there and then she told them that she said I was broke, I'm struggling, I'm jealous over her looks, jealous over her clothes, I'm jealous of the attention that she gets. It was just insane, and everybody was just going along with it. And not only that, people were picking up these things that she was saying. And then I had another person, which I had to deal with on another day, lying, to like telling these lies to back her up, talking about I said I had sex on a cruise and in the Navy and stuff like that. I'm like, you guys are lying. But Tracy knew exactly what she was doing. Tracy never planned on paying me back. She knew who this Erica chick was. She was planning on this Erica chick to come back and help in exchange for her to promote her channel and stuff like that, to come back with all these footages of me, stuff like that. That's why I told Tracy, I'm not chasing after her commentary. Whatever she talks about, I'll talk about it after if I choose to. I'm not addressing a troll. Tracy was banking on that commentary so she can pay her bills. She knew exactly who that Erica chick was. I'm 100% sure because I asked her. She tried to lie at first, and I'm like, Tracy. And when I first asked her, she's like, no, no, no. When she introduced me to her, I was like, Tracy, that's the person that said she was going to stalk me. No, is there another Erica on a cruise? And she didn't want to answer. She didn't want to show me the guest list. She knew exactly what she was doing. And I believe when Noble said that they knew, I believe 100% that they did know. And he meant every word that he said. Noble likes to play stupid, like I didn't mean that, I meant something else. Nah, fucker, that's exactly what you meant.
Yeah, he always liked to change up what he said, and we're supposed to just ignore what he said. And then when he course correct to go with the lie, he always does that. Like he was trying to say that he was texting because Tracy was out of state, and he just wanted to check on her and make sure she was safe. When October 9th, when that text went through, you guys were already home. He is so
And
full
as
of
you
it.
can see in these messages now, Noble knew that I did nothing to Tracy. That Noble's like, she's wrong, I'm sorry about this. I'm like, Noble, when somebody is good to you guys, you don't treat them like that. I told that to Noble. I'm like, I was nothing but good to you. I was good to Tracy. That's the point of my messages. And when she went live, he's like, this is wrong. That is why he messaged me at that time. Look at the time she went live. That's when he messaged me. And Kimmy, I never had a conversation with Kimmy before Tracy went live, so I couldn't have told Kimmy about loaning Tracy any money.
And another thing that he did that was he tried to do that was slick. He tried to say that you were the one who were putting it in his head that Tracy was out there messing around with dudes and going off with dudes and stuff. When we clearly see in the text that he was the one who brought that topic up to you and even sent you the video clip.
I could do you one better. He would have the text message of it. We only text while we were away. So if I brought that up and I put it in his head, I was either live. See, I had the internet package, but I couldn't make phone calls unless I could FaceTime you, right? And I couldn't use, when I went to the Bahamas, that was the first time I was able to go live when I got off the ship. So that's when you guys see me show it. So if I'm lying about it, Noble would have a message of me trying to put something in his head.
Mm-hmm.
So Nobleless,
but we see the message
you're
of him.
lying on me.
We see the
put
message.
out the fucking message because you brought it up. You didn't like what you saw with Tracy. So stand on your square with your flat head.
And you sent the video clip to document it and talk about it to MU that you didn't like it. We saw you bring it up. So let's see where MU brought it up. Noble, no balls.
You're right, Ronnie Q. You're right. And it's sad how
he was doing a lot of lying on Maha's.
Go ahead. No, it's sad
he was doing a lot of. He was doing a lot of lying on Maha's. Go ahead.
Whoa. And like I said, I truly do not watch people. Tracy could have had it. I don't watch her streams. She was saying all this shit that I didn't even know about. Now, some of the stuff, like people would send me and I would address it, but Noble's sitting over there lying, trying to pin it on me, trying to make it seem like I was a bad person after helping them out. They're horrible people. You don't take advantage of people you don't take advantage of people like that. When I say I looked out for them, I looked out for them. And he knows that Tracy was wrong. And for him to sit over there and say, it's my fault Tracy left with the guy and all that shit he was saying, he's a liar. He was so upset about the things he was watching. How dare he say I tried to set her up? They're trying to set me up, and he's still trying to carry that damn storyline where they can eat off of misunderstood. That's the only reason he's trying to go along with it. I seen her cash app him. So it was very profitable for her to turn on me. And Noble went right along with it. That's why I don't do it now. When I say they're broken pieces, they're so broken. They're desperate. They don't have anything. Noble, when Tracy was telling me, because I know he's in the fucking clouds, probably smoking some shrooms and shit. When Tracy was telling me how you like to live in shelters and shit, I should have stopped fucking with you right then and there, because people that don't have shit are desperate and they'll do anything. They'll lie and turn on anybody. There's nothing noble about you.
What?
And not only that, Tracy's like, how can I date some guy in a shelter? Say I'm lying. How can I date some guy? So I'm like, yeah, exactly. You want to talk about me? How you gonna talk about my home, Tracy, when your man is used to shelters and shit, living in fucking wherever?
Now, she did say when she was reading him, she was like, it's not like he has a lease in his name or anything. He can move out here. So she did say that. She did say that.
Because he's used to being homeless.
And I was like, well, what is he living with, a chick or something?
He's used to being homeless. That's why. How dare he try to lie on me? And here's the thing. If you guys think about my streams, I don't do receipts. Y'all can say the most outrageous things about. Now, I'm not saying I don't. I won't. I will if I need to. But for the most part, I ignore people's stream. Tracy went on and on about me after that cruise. And then I responded. It was not me coming out talking shit about Tracy. And nobody can produce a receipt of me doing otherwise. Hey, Dovey.
But she continues to say the reason why she's talking now is because she wouldn't shut up. Because she won't shut up.
Tracy would go live and I would respond. She kept lying. She kept trying to call me a drug addict. Kept trying to body shame me and shit like that. Kept saying I did all these things to her, and I needed her to defend me over Erica. I don't need her to defend me over a damn thing. And that's another thing that pissed me off, is you guys keep saying that Tracy defended me in situations. That is a lie. Tracy and Kimmy did not defend me in situations. I would ask them not to go live about stuff, and they would go live anyway. I was like, y'all going live about stuff I don't even care about. I got a mouth. And they kept trying to paint this picture like they did so much for me. They used their platform to speak up for me. No, I didn't need that shit. That's why I didn't go take her to go fight Snoopy. I was like, no, I have my own mouth. The only reason they did it is because it was profitable. That's it. No, Tracy went live first. That's right, Chaz. And the reason I brought that up is because the Broken Pieces wanted to say that. Oh, but Tracy did so much for you. No, Tracy did a lot for herself. Hey, Haitian Princess. She, and I accepted her for who you. Don't get me wrong. I did enjoy when we were friends. But when she turned on me, and that was the second time. She did that shit in California, had everybody thinking I did all those things so they could be like, oh, poor Tracy. Y'all don't remember? I said on my community wall, after California, I said there's always going to be an argument between her or Paulette on the first or during AdSense time. They're going to find a reason to just curse me out and go at me. So I already expected that this could happen. I put it on my community wall. It's there, unless I deleted it. On the and I said that after California, and I know that you guys heard me say that. So I'm like, Tracy, this can't happen again. So going to the Bahamas, I knew that there was a possibility of this happening. So that's why I told Tracy I was going to record the whole trip. I was going to record it all, because I'm not going to come back and have you having these people I treated you bad, because that's what happened in California. And she said, okay, that was our agreement. I said I would help her out and all that stuff, but I was going to record it for myself.
Well, at least we see that Tracy has a type, because I was convinced, thinking that Noble was living with some woman, and they said that he did a live where he said that he had gone out on a date, and people asked him about that live in Maha's last night, and he was like, "Oh no, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that." But he had a deleted live. And I'm wondering if that is the live.
I don't mean to talk over
That's
you. It's
okay.
just that when I get upset, I'm just like that. I apologize to you for that.
No, no problem. So I'm wondering if that was the live where he said that he went out with someone. I do remember hearing him saying that he had gone to the color purple and we fell asleep. So I did not hear it come out of his mouth. So I'm not going to attribute that to him, but I did hear that people were saying that he did delete the live where he said that he had already gone out on another date with someone else. But I am like someone else who said last night it seemed as if they were on one accord, and either they're back together or he's trying to nuzzle up to her. Maybe he needs some more money or something. Maybe he's going to try to get whatever is left over after she pays her rent or whatever. I don't know, but it was really pathetic, and it was like transparent and see through. And I don't understand why people are angry at you being a single woman. That is no argument if you're a single woman out there and you were on vacation and you got a little vacation of movement. I like what is your point, girl? Like, what is your point? What is excuse me?
But you see how nobody, she
But
kept trying to push that image, and she didn't want to tell you guys. She tries to downplay how she left with some guy while she's in a relationship with Noble watching. And I'm just like, Tracy, and she left during that cruise. When she says that I was gone with those guys, she left first. She was gone.
mm,
I have to undo that
well,
live stream. I gotta make it public.
yeah, you do that. Well, MU, I have to run. Thanks for talking with me. This has been quite eye opening. And keep standing on your square, girl.
Thank you, Ronnie Q. Big hug.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you. You take care. Whew, you guys, that was a lot. That was a lot. I don't have any moderators out there that can drop Ronnie Q's link. When people come up and ask me questions that they've seen, I appreciate that because I haven't seen those streams. So you guys drop Ronnie Q's link. You guys dropped Maha's link. See how I am? I always like to get back, but I didn't see those streams. So I do appreciate when you guys ask me very direct questions because I don't have anything to hide from you. And I can tell you right now, how you doing, talent? I can tell you right now, the way that I was treated during that cruise was like one thing, but coming back, listening, watching these videos, and they're still like, oh, so she said she was stalked. No, the person that stalks me brags about stalking me, and that person says that Tracy knew and that she signed up under Tracy, and that's why I wanted that list so I could protect myself. And then Tracy not caring about my feelings. I'm just summing it up for you guys that just came in. Tracy not, thank you, Evelyn. Tracy not caring about my feelings, but I'm asking her, right, as we're sitting there, if that was that person, and Tracy's like, now she introduced me, and then she tried to say no, that wasn't her. So now I asked her if there was another Erica that was there, and she's like, no, I don't think so. What do you mean you don't think so? These are your people, you knew. And then Tracy had the nerve to get upset that I had somebody else that was there that she didn't know about. And to this day, she's like, that. Oh, that's creepy. She tried to downplay it. I know that she knew. I don't know when Noble found out, but I do know that they both knew because Noble did. He's not just saying stuff. And then he likes to downplay it like he's stupid. He's not stupid. It was a setup. I don't think they meant for me to fight her back because I'm so passive, but I'm really not. I just have to wait till I don't give a fuck anymore. Okay? I don't give a damn what y'all say about me. My receipts are always going to be in full, and they're always going to be receipting. So, do I want to go back and forth with Tracy? No, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to let them lie on me anymore. So, did I not say I recorded the whole fucking trip? Let them keep going, because I could just fire up a stream and we can just listen to these damn recordings. Okay? She wants to talk about my house and talk about how what did Ronnie Q say? I live in, I'm not looking at the chat, I'm sorry. I live in some shithole. She don't think enough about her place to even flush the motherfucking toilet. That's going to bother me every fucking time because I should have been in my own place. I should not have had to smell the stench of her pee. I don't know if she ain't drinking enough water. I don't know if she drank that ocean water. I don't fucking know. But all I know is I begged her to flush the toilet. There was one time in one of those, I'm like, Tracy, I couldn't sleep all night. She's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, Tracy, you should have just flushed the toilet. And she's like, oh, call the front desk. That happened. And I'm like, damn, bitch. So I have to pay for the room. I got to pay for the place. I got to flush the fucking toilet. I got to calm down Noble. I got to do all this stuff. I got to make sure shit gets back on time. Now, if you guys look at my live streams, because she tried to twist it. They tried to listen to a troll say I was talking shit about her. And Paulette's up there gaslighting the situation, talking about you need to look at these live streams. She's rolling her eyes at you. Put it in context. Tracy was there with me the whole time. We had a good time. Tracy kept bringing up the brotherhood and saying I was missing. So I did roll my eyes like, stop saying that. But I was good to her. I made sure she was okay. I made sure when her fucking cheap ass purse broke, I took care of her and shit. Noble didn't give her a damn dime. Now he wants to talk all this shit like my woman. If you really wanted to protect your woman, you would have gave her money to go instead of having her have to ask random guys for money. That's what you would have done. Okay, when I helped Tracy out, she was crying, saying I was a good person. You see that there's no arguments until we get back, and Tracy tried to make an argument. Okay, so anyways, I had to pay for all that shit. The least you could have done was put a flush on it. The least you could have done was made sure that the toilet paper went inside the toilet. The least you could have done is make sure your fucking clothes and shit wasn't all over the fucking floor, so I had a place to walk, bitch, because I'm not on drugs anymore, and I had to live like a fucking drug addict and shit. Okay, I don't live that way anymore, Tracy. See, my fucking place is clean. Okay? But you. And then you're like, oh, I don't think the toilet works. It was working for me. Okay? That's all I got to say. Y'all got any other questions? I'm not even upset. I'm just thinking the nerve of somebody that comes back. And then I had the broken pieces with their dizzy asses talking about, yeah, Tracy, you shouldn't pay her back. Where they do that at? They're horrible people. Horrible. That's why Erica said when she was talking, I think it was on Brianna's platform, when she was like, oh, it's just MU. Because everybody would say, and Tracy was banking on that. And I know that was the conversation that they had. It was just MU. Nobody's going to care. That's why Noble's lies doesn't make sense. It don't make sense because they don't need it to. When it comes to me, nobody asked for receipts. And then Kimmy talking about, I told her that I was sleeping with people in the Bahamas. Y'all can clearly see in that video I posted that I was in front of the camera the whole time looking for them. Tracy took off. And I didn't have a conversation with Kimmy until Monday, when Kimmy brought up the money with Tracy, not MU. Okay? That was all a lie. She went over there and told Tracy that, and then Tracy said, I brought some money from her. No, you did not. So put yourself in my shoes. When you get there, she's asking, I'm repeating myself because y'all see my story stays the fucking same. And I don't got to lie on anybody. I forgot to get to Janet. And she's telling me I need to pay her back for those crab legs. I'm like, Tracy, you owe me so much. All right? And she's like, no, but you got to pay me back. So she spent her little $30. I gave it back to her. It's like, fuck it. And I paid for everything else there. Noble shouldn't have a damn thing to say about me. He was whining about Tracy's behavior and how Tracy was all over those guys. I was the one when I wasn't even in a relationship in that video. And they asked me if I was in a relationship. I said yes. And I wasn't in a relationship. Okay? Tracy tried to post those pictures with me with the guy. I was just taking pictures with those guys. And the problem is she didn't expect me to to speak out. She was banking on me doing what I did before in California. Little did she know I got the recordings from California as well because I knew she was full of shit. And I can wait for a long ass time before I fucking respond. I was a friend to Tracy. I would have continued to be a friend for Tracy. But Tracy betrayed me. Make no mistake about it. Tracy betrayed me. She betrayed me. She did not tell me that person was there so I could take care of myself. I didn't need her to hold my hand. I had to hold her hand. Here comes Demon Soul. Quick. What's up, Demon Soul?
Hey, MU. Do you think that injury was really
no
made up?
No. I do. Okay, let me say this. I'm gonna answer this the same way. You're gonna ask me about the ribs.
Yeah, because if he don't have no money, he didn't want to get embarrassed. He gonna be in front of Jay Wilson, Sean Brady. Oh, well, he didn't know about Sean, but Jay Wilson. Hold up. What did I do? Oh, hold on my phone. Oh, anyway. Yeah, he was gonna be on there with all them people from the sectors. And so he didn't have no money, because now this makes sense, because we didn't know at first that Tracy had problems funding her clothes and her upfront money to go. And then she revealed to us later that she only had $500, which told me that it was a trip that probably shouldn't have been took, because that's all you had. So now we realize, now we find out, because she pushed you to do all of it, to let us know this now, that she had problems going. So he couldn't afford to go. He couldn't afford to get her braids. So he damn sure wasn't going to be able to afford to spin and do the stuff on the cruise. So it just seems so convenient to not be able to go because of an injury when you broke.
Tyrone, she doesn't owe me that much. And she had about 300 and something to go, like 331 to be exact. But when he was talking about his ribs, he sent me some paperwork. The problem is it's blurry. So I was telling him, I can't do a show. I'll vouch that you sent me paperwork from the hospital, but the paperwork that he sent me, and I was like, this is blurry. I can't read this to my audience. And I think that he wanted me to read whatever the paperwork was. Maybe he did hurt himself or something like that, but he was sure very active in the live streams and stuff. So I can't really say. All I can say is he did send me some type of paperwork that's not legible. I can't read it.
Well, hell, anybody, you can still go to the ER just for kicks. I mean, if you want to, but
it seems like you can't go, because before they left, so I think that receipt I posted is from September 26th or something like that. So before we went on the cruise, he was already saying that he was having second thoughts, that he's gonna, basically give her an ultimatum, and then he loves her, but but he loves himself more. So you could kind of see where the relationship was already going.
Right.
And at the time that I knew them, that I talked to them, he wasn't in a shelter, but he did live in shelters before, and I know that he had gotten kicked out of his place. And he was able to go back, so he kind of went from like place to place. But no, he was staying with his grandmother.
That made sense. That's why, because we kept saying, like, why don't Teresa just go to Detroit? Shit, he got his own place. He work at GM, and she can do YouTube. She can do YouTube. That's what I'm saying. I knew it was something to it, because she could do YouTube anywhere, and she can cut hair anywhere, and she could just do YouTube. And if he was managing his own bills in his place in Detroit without her, then he could continue to pay them all, and she could just go and do YouTube. That's why I knew it was something going on with his living situation, because it didn't make no sense that he had to come and take a half pay cut all the way to Texas.
Sorry, I was trying to. There we go. Exactly. But I don't know. But why? Sorry, what's wrong with my computer? Sorry.
Their story's not adding up. They didn't do no good job when they drafted this stuff out. It's just they left so many damn holes.
Because they weren't expecting me. Now, again, Tracy brought this stuff to light. And I asked her, I'm like, I didn't want to speak about it. I didn't want to talk about it. I couldn't understand why she was turning on me like that. And Noble made it seem like he couldn't understand it either. That's what that text message is. I don't give a fuck what he said. That's what that text message is. And I'm like, damn. And then I hear him saying, I'm not shit. I'm not this. I'm not that. I did go off on the phone and stuff like that, but Tracy just wouldn't let it go. It's not me bringing it up months later, it's Tracy bringing it up. And when I respond to Tracy, then Tracy fires up another live stream saying, why is she talking about it now? I'm talking about it because she won't shut the fuck up about it.
And I knew Kim was lying, and when she was saying all that stuff, because there is no way with what was going on that cruise, in the circumstances anyway, that you was just communicating with her back and forth, letting her know all the stuff that was going on. That just didn't add up. Y'all had so much other shit going on, all these other sagas, and then there was issues with stuff when you first got on and the car. It just wasn't enough time to be communicating in real time any and all of that about her situation. That just didn't make any sense. And it'd be one thing if she was just talking about pre-cruise, but to say what all happened on the cruise like that, and to say you told, it just didn't make sense with everything that was all going on. It was a
lie. It was a lie. She could show. We did not have a conversation. I got back on Thursday. I spoke to her Monday. I went back to school. She sent me a message. Now she showed you guys a call. In my message, I said I would call you back. She sent me a message, and that was the first time we spoke while Tracy was live. There was no way I could have told her any of that other stuff. And I got my call log. I pulled my call log out.
Right. I was going to ask that. Yeah. Can she match call log?
Conversation. She's a liar. And we damn sure didn't talk about the military and all those other things she was talking about. It's a lie.
Because that's all I'm about to say. Can she match call out for call out?
Exactly. That's what we could do. Exactly. Not only that, my receipts are always going to be receipting. Okay. So she knows that she's a liar. Now she says that I told her that I had slept with somebody. Number one, that never happened. We never had a conversation. And she says that her husband is the receipt. That is a lie. We never had that conversation. Our conversation was on Monday. And do you think I would, number one, I wasn't with anybody there, which is why Kimmy said I told her I was with somebody all over the ship. I was with somebody in the Bahamas. In my live stream, you can clearly see me the whole time, and you see that Tracy takes off. Kimmy lied.
Whose husband is the receipt?
Hers.
She said her husband is the receipt?
And he heard me say this stuff, and that's not true.
Well, how the hell? Wait a minute. First of all, why the fuck is he listening to y'all yapping about the damn
not
trip?
True. We never had that
I know, but it just say it was. What kind of man is sitting there all up in the mix like that? Like to even hear you that up close, and then why is she letting him hear you talk about personal stuff that was going on? That's inappropriate. So you fucked up either way. I know you say it didn't happen, but I'm saying is okay. Let's just play devil's advocate that it did. Well, that's weird as fuck. That he's listening like that to be hearing, and you letting him hear what your girlfriend, who knows what you might have said. You might have told her somebody assaulted you on the cruise. That's so damn messy as fuck. What nigga go? I mean, that's crazy. Either way, is wild as fuck.
Like I said, I got back on Thursday.
So how he gonna be the receipt? He gonna come talk to us and tell us and verify? How is he the receipt?
Exactly, but it never happened. Never.
Yeah,
happened.
just like she don't have no motherfucking husband. Anyway. But that's crazy. And it's like they all get together. This shit is so diabolical. Like they take their free time off of here to like link up some kind of way because this shit is crazy. And I'm sure it was strategic. And the fact that people got that much time on their hands and they can sit there and just because I thought it was weird how you just bouncing back over there with Tracy after all that stuff, like nothing happened. No, just that quick. That shit is all suspect.
Y'all tried to profit off of the story. And remember, it was Kimmy that was saying that, and they tried to act like there was this picture of me using drugs. I've been sober for almost 2 years. So what are they talking about? It was just a lie. I still haven't seen this picture that they're talking about. It was just a lie.
Yeah, that's what people were saying. That's didn't want to come out. That lady, I ain't gonna say her name. That weird lady that be following you around. That she had pictures that was going to show that, and that's why it was you was nervous or whatever about what may come out. Because when you was they had asked you about it, you was just like, well, I'm not confessing or saying anything. They let them show some receipts, so people was taking that to say, oh, you must have something. But I think that got more to do with.
I came for like the stuff that I'm like, yeah, some stuff, wasn't a big deal to me. I talked about. I'm not gonna chase no troll. If you tell me that you have this, and that, I say put it out there. Now it's fine. I'm not going to chase some troll that barely get 20 views per video. I mean, who does that? Why would I give her any type of shine? Tracy's the one that brought light to that person. Nobody was talking about her. I seen her go into other streams, other channels with other content creators saying, hey, I know this about MU. They all paid her dust until Tracy picked up the story. That's a fact.
But what is she mad? What is that lady mad at you about? When she came over to that platform the other day and started going off in the middle of like Bree's thing or whatever, we got her down. I don't understand it. If she's the one stalking you, what is she mad at you about?
She said on Deanna's, now she's trying to say that I was coming out to her husband and I gave him sloppy toppy on a cruise. And y'all know that she lying. Now, to Deanna's credit and to Just Read My Book's credit, I mean, Deanna actually ended the show as she was talking. It was quite hilarious. But first she said, now she did talk about Tracy knew. She talked about, that she was coming on there. And she said before we went that she was going to stalk me. But now she's trying to make it seem like I was coming on to her husband. If you listen to it, I think it's Deanna's last live stream. And you can hear her talking about why she was upset and stuff like that. It's trying to make it seem. And I didn't even know who her husband was. But she's saying that I gave him sloppy toppy on a cruise is what she said. Which is an absolute lie, obviously.
But she not mad. If that did happen, was she not mad at him? She mad at you. She was saying that she gives them passes like that, but it never happened. Nothing like that happened. If you listen of course
to
not.
Live stream and you just red ball, to where she hits the link on Deanna's. You'll hear what she's saying. It's just weird. It's weird.
Nah, she's trolling with that because if that's something like that did happen, a woman that's going, she would have been saying that all when she came up there. It would never leave her mouth. She would keep on letting you know what you did, why you did it. The fact that when she comes up here and does those little rants or come on people platforms and stuff, and they don't even come out, you could tell that's just made up. Because it sounds, I mean, she sounds insane when she comes up there and just goes off.
Weird. And what does she keep saying? Oh, it's just MU. It's just MU. I think that's what Tracy was banking on.
They used to be friends.
Yeah, they were friends. Tracy said she's a good person.
Do you not realize the irony in that little girl name?
Oh shit! I didn't even know. I didn't even notice it.
That her name. I mean, her name is the same thing.
So you made me laugh with that one because I'm like, as obvious as that is, I never even picked up on this shit.
That's weird to me. Like that's, I mean, I guess it can happen, but that is a weird coincidence. That's what I'm like. What the fuck is that your troll name or your real name to emulate somebody her because you like her? That shit is weird to me. I think that fact shouldn't be left to the side. That needs to be looked at.
I never even thought about it. Never did.
Well,
and you gotta remember, so they kept saying, why didn't I say it on the cruise? I didn't know for sure because everybody was taking pictures. I knew when we got home and she made those videos, and I started to think like, damn, she said that's when I started to put all the pieces together. Like when I asked Tracy about it, when I asked Tracy if that was the girl that said she was gonna stalk me and Tracy tried to lie, she said, yeah. And then she's like, no. And I was like, was there another Erica on a cruise? And this is on a show. I was like, is there another one? She said, no. But then and I asked her for the guest list. She wouldn't give it to me when we got back. And she was like, yeah, I stalked MU. She was bragging about it. And then I seen it. That was her husband. And I'm like, okay, so that was the person who was knocking on my door that whole time while we were there. So that's when I started to put all the pieces together when we got back. So to answer that question, I didn't know. I couldn't say anything. But I did bring it up to Tracy, and she blew it off. She didn't care.
Put the pieces together, indeed.
Broken pieces. That's her name. Broken pieces. They all tried to cover up that shit. They knew Tracy couldn't pay anything back. When Tracy asked Livin and other people for the money, they said no, they're not giving her anymore. Tracy herself said, I probably asked them for too much and tapped them out, and I bailed her out. They didn't give her
tapping them out. That's disgusting, Lord.
Yep.
Damn, tapping.
So I'm still waiting for. Why are they saying I'm such a bad friend? I'm a damn good friend, but you're not gonna keep taking advantage of me.
I can't believe she called her supporters to ask them for somebody in her moderate. That is just crazy. And Living, girl, what is you doing? You doing too much.
Said no.
Oh, wow, we're good. You people can't drain nobody dry like that. That shit is crazy. She grown. The fact that she had to tell you no, you should be fucking embarrassed.
But then to go back and be talking shit about me when I'm the one that helped her out over there, that's insane. And that's why I said that in the text messages with Noble. When he's like, damn, she's done in her chat. And I was telling Noble the whole time, I was like, damn, she's talking shit about me and I'm the one that's helping her out over here. You guys are wrong. And I told Noble there that I was through with him and I was through with Tracy. I told him there after the scooter incident that I was done with them because they're the most ungrateful people I've ever met. And they're wrong.
She should have stayed her ass home and went to the goddamn Bear County Fair. And on that note, MU, I'm going to get down. You have a good night. This shit is wild as hell.
Thank you for coming up.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Wait a minute. We still protected Kimmy in the chat. Soul Sister tried to check me against using Kimmy. No, you guys speak freely in the chat. No, I want to have an open conversation. Let me get to y'all questions so I can. Y'all, that earthquake was about a 4.5. And I'm like, God, are you trying to tell me something? Okay. Y'all didn't see my computer shake. I was like, damn. I'd rather you guys ask me. Now, why is this coming up now? They brought it up and they're going to keep trying to bring it up to make it seem like I'm this horrible person. Tracy has this thing. I'm going to get y'all questions right now. Tracy has, as long as y'all being respectful, you guys can have your questions. I ignored all the drug questions. I don't speak on people's addiction because we're in recovery. I'm in recovery. I don't know. We know that Noble uses mushrooms and drinks and smokes, but I'm not going to put people down for what they do. Let me just say this, but don't Yeah, this is no judgment zone over here. Let me say this. What was I talking about? Let me get to y'all questions. That earthquake was a 4.5 and shit. When we came back from California, Tracy tried to make it seem like I did all these things to her for some cash apps and shit. I think this is where I was. And I'm like, this is gonna happen again. And then you got this person talking about she gonna stalk me. Of course, my nerves were bad. I worry about stuff like, okay, we got to get to the airport. Tracy is lying to you guys, trying to make it seem like I was incapable. I'm very capable of traveling. I'm well traveled. She didn't care when Tracy didn't care about getting to the airport because my flight was like it was like a 4-hour difference. And she's like, I'm gonna stay back. And she just wanted money. I said, no, you're gonna leave with me. Okay, the cab ride was like 91 or something dollars, blah, blah. I didn't care. She was trying to save some money and get an Uber and shit like that. I'm like, bitch, come on, we're about to go. Okay, and it was just the most weirdest thing. And I told Noble over there I was done with her. I came back. She wanted me to go live so she could go live. I'm like, I'm not going live. I need to spend time with my family. I missed 8 days of school. Okay, she didn't give a fuck. She wanted me to fire up a live stream. And that's one thing about me. You're not going to make me do a damn thing I don't want to do. I told her no. Okay? And that's the only thing she got upset about. That's it. And she decided to go live. And then nobody was talking about Erica before that. So you guys are not going to tell me that Tracy was getting criticized. Show me the live stream where people were putting Tracy down, saying that and I needed to come out here and defend Tracy. Show me the live stream where Tracy was getting dragged before that Monday where when I went live. Show it to me. I do remember Shelly and them talking about the cruise. That I'm like, I haven't even spoken about that shit, but if you're gonna talk about it, whatever. But where was Tracy getting dragged? Tracy never once brought that up in our conversation. She wanted me to address a damn troll. I will never address some troll that don't get any views ever. Okay, I don't give a damn who you are. You're not getting shine over here. That's not what we do. Let me take out questions really quickly. I'm going to use my phone. So if I missed it, I'm sorry. That's why I was telling you guys to hit the link because I lose my train of thought and I wanted to get through it. Put a 1 in the chat if I made sense. And you do know that Kimmy started all this drama. Tyrone, I'm very much aware. She didn't help the situation. Tracy was with me and Tracy chose to listen to these lies. When Kimmy said that, let me highlight this so my people in the crowd know. When Kimmy said that I gave Rob right pictures and Tracy wouldn't have been with Rob if it wasn't for me, if I would have been honest about our relationship. Y'all don't remember that live stream? At any time, Tracy just went along with it. Like, yeah, that's right. Feel sorry for me. No. Kimmy told you guys that I gave Rob right pictures. That never happened. She said that about Octavius. It never happened. Did anybody clear up those lies? No. Did I have sex with or use drugs in the military? Absolutely not. I would have gotten kicked out if I used drugs in the military. And I, for damn sure, didn't tell Kimmy about something that was 20 years ago. Stop it. There's a lot of lies. And then when Kimmy went up there and Tracy's like, yeah, she's holding it over my head. I got the text messages with the money. I never held the money over Tracy's head. I did ask her about it, but I knew she was full of shit. And then Kimmy went over there talking about, she told me about it. Show me the phone call. There was no phone call. No. When I spoke to with Kimmy in Miami, Tracy was right there. And then I went live. Then I got home on Thursday night late. I want to say like 10 o'clock. Was with Don Cato Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Went to school the next day. There was no phone call. So there's no way I could have told Kimmy about anything. She went over there, hit Tracy's link, and instigated that situation. It's fact. And I talked to Kimmy, and she said she would make it right, and that never happened. My issue isn't with Kimmy in this situation for this reason. Tracy was there with me. My issue is with her. I know how Kimmy gets down. How you doing, Trish? Let me get to y'all other questions real quick. Am I okay? I'm fine. I'm just telling you guys what happened, and I have no feelings behind it at all. The only thing that bothers me is how they try to downplay the fact that I was stalked over there to make it seem like Tracy was some victim, that I was some bad friend. No, I wasn't a bad friend. I was a smart friend. And I know bullshit. I'll let you bullshit me for a while, but don't you dare try to, she just kept going with the shit to the point where I'm like, damn, I'm hurting my own people. My own people are starting to believe the lies because a lie told over and over again because propaganda, and people start believing this shit. So I was like, wait a minute. I don't need to talk. I just drop receipts. Stop playing. And they tell the biggest lies. I have nothing to gain. I take care of myself. I'm self-sufficient. Tracy told a bunch of lies. The biggest lie I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, she's telling y'all that I don't work out. I'm like, damn, Tracy got, what I told you guys, she got 3 backs, 2 chins, and no sense. Okay, you can't tell me what the fuck I do. How's somebody like her gonna convince you guys that I'm jealous over her? And people were believing the most outrageous lies. You gotta remember, when Tracy and Kimmy did those live streams, I was getting people in my email threatening me, saying that I'm fucking up their sobriety. I was sober. And if I did taste the drink over there with my nerves being bad and shit, I'm telling you, that other girl that was there would tell you guys it wasn't even a taste. So for Tracy to say I need to start my days over in sobriety, what she said the other day, shut the fuck up, Tracy. Until the dude that you was fucking with, both dudes get sober. Don't you ever come telling me about my damn sobriety when you got people that can't even afford their fucking addictions, and you want to tell me what the fuck to do. I know that I'm sitting here sober. You sit over there blowing in damn devices and talking to people that can't even survive off of mushrooms and marijuana and everything else. I don't drug shame people, okay? I pray that people get well, but don't you come over here telling me that I need to get sober, because if nothing else, I had to pay for you, and I had to pay for you to give Noble money and all that kind of shit so you could be okay. So whatever I did, I could afford. I should have been able to have my own room, but I was looking out for you, and you're the one that said that you could not go if I did not stay in this room. Okay? I'm used to chaperones and shit when I go out of town. I'm used to all that kind of stuff. And when you said you did not care about what I was spending and I need to keep track of it, you disrespectful as hell. And those broken ass pieces can go to hell with you. Because don't nobody do that kind of shit. Talking about if I had it like that, then I wouldn't care what you spent. That's how I know you ain't never had it like that, because people that have it like that don't talk like that. And you said that over on Jay Wilson's platform. And I'm the bad friend. I'm a good friend because I made sure you had a good motherfucking time. But instead of you being a friend to me, giving me a couple of days to regroup, and I'm like, damn, late in the midnight hour, I've been listening to church videos. I hear this person say that they stalked me. Instead of being a friend, you wanted me to fire up a live stream so you can capitalize off of that. I knew you were full of shit, Tracy. And if I would have went live, that would have been a setup. And you and Noble, I fed y'all enough. It's time for you to grow the fuck up. Okay? I forgot about y'all questions. I'll be right back. All right, you guys. I had to put my son to bed. I'm sorry about that. Let me get you out questions and then we're good. But now I can relax a little bit. All right. Sorry about that, y'all, but y'all know when it comes to the kids, you got to take care of that first. Erica's name is Tro. Oh, y'all don't have any questions for me. What's that? Tracy told us she used to hit the glass pipe. Oh, with the meth. Yeah, she did it before too. Kimmy was lost at the Did I answer all of y'all questions? I didn't want to leave anything not answered. I apologize for leaving you guys like that, but I had you know, my child's father was calling to see if we were okay about the earthquake and stuff like that, and it was just a lot going on. But you guys, it is what it is. It is what it is. I feel nothing about telling you guys what I told you guys because she said a lot, and there's only so long that you're gonna let somebody lie on you. I'll get to your question right now. Let me turn my lamp on. Okay. How did you get the Reese? That's funny. How did you get the DNA to clone yourself into your kids? I love my babies. And when I heard her talking about my baby, you guys, I'm like, no, that's not cool. I have the best kids in the world. And Tracy just said a lot of stuff. She said a lot of things, but best believe if it was me, you guys wouldn't know anything about the cruise. You wouldn't know any of those details, but she came out here just slinging it. And after she did one live stream, I was like, all right, why is this happening? She did 2, she did 3. And by this time you had the black sector picking it up. You had other people picking it up. Actually, they picked it up after the first time. And I'm sitting there. You have to remember, every time that people went live, my emails kept going and people were really hurt, like coming at me from all angles. And I'm like, damn, I'm still trying to, I was mad at myself for, I was just like, damn, all the things that I thought. Now I'm trying not to be overly paranoid because, you know, my brain and stuff like that. There was a lot of things that ran through my head. But the one person that should have been there was Tracy. So I can't really be upset at anybody else but her because it's her trying to paint this picture of being this friend. She keeps saying that I betrayed her. Now that shit hurts because I don't betray my friends. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Noble wasn't trying to come on to me. He was trying to, I was trying to keep their relationship intact as she was trying to tear down my support system. Don Cato. Okay, now she did tell you guys about Don Cato. Oh, I gotta get to Janet. Don't let me forget. She did tell you guys about Don Cato, saying that, oh, we were arguing and we were, and he was yelling at me and stuff like that. But, and that was stressful. It was stressful to try to keep that situation calm. But he was telling me that she was playing me. He was telling me that, you know, he's like telling me what's going on. But because I was trying to protect Tracy, I wasn't telling Don Cato. Don Cato and I wasn't in a relationship. So as she's trying to put him down, he's telling me to make sure she's okay. But he's like, this is going to happen when you got back. Now, he's like, there's some kind of setup. Like, he's telling me that these things aren't adding up. So, yeah, Tracy's absolutely right. So I'm trying to take care of Noble. I'm trying to make sure that Don Cato was okay and that he wasn't asking too many questions about Tracy. But he said the shit didn't add up. And so for Tracy to come back talking about, oh, Don Cato this, Don Cato that, I'm like, no. And Don Cato does not compare to Noble. The whole sector turned against you after you were stalked. That wasn't right. That's right, Catherine. I can't say all of them, but I can say a lot of people did. Because I can't say that Sean Bradley's group did. Am I wrong? I feel let me say this, Catherine. The people that were there for me were people that didn't even like me. Like, I got the people that's close to me now are people that came from nowhere. I mean, who would have thought Demon Soul would hit my platform? I'm not saying Demon Soul likes me, but the fact that we can have a conversation Reed, Rita, VS. Now I understand that they're YouTubers, but my point is these people from the outside were able to look at a situation and say something wasn't right, and the people that were closest to me turned their backs on me. And I'll never forget that. So there is no coming back from that. I'll never forget it. I had that conversation with Kimmy. Kimmy said she was going to make it right. I can't believe when I hit her link, she still tried to push this narrative of me being with these guys. I never told her that, and she knows I never told her that. Have her show you that on her phone where we even had that conversation. I couldn't believe the lies that was said. And we're talking about lies. These lies came when I was at my low point, my lowest. Don't trust any of them. That's not what I meant, real fact. I'm talking about as far as creating commentary. You guys can, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, we're the best of friends or something. That's not what I meant when I said that. What I'm saying is that I gotta say that there was a few people who didn't go along with the crowd. So I gotta call it like I see it. I gotta use my phone. Yeah, real fact. But no, keep your questions coming. So I am definitely looking at my phone. Like, I'm done with my commentary. That link is pinned. If you guys have anything that I didn't address, I do gotta talk about Janet though. Now Janet. Tracy knew DK was suspicious. Yeah, she did. That's why she wanted you to get rid of him. Ungrateful, selfish. Don Cato was so suspicious. But for me, if you yell at me, I'm gonna shut down. Like, and I couldn't get to him, and I'm like, damn. Now you gotta remember, I didn't know that Tracy wasn't gonna try to spend any money in Miami, especially when we spoke about the finances. I told her how much she would need. When Tracy told me she only needed $50 a day to eat in Miami, I'm like, no. What the fuck you gonna what? No. So think about this. I just thought about this shit. Tracy said that when we were planning the budget, and Tracy said she only needed $50 a day in Miami. I'm like, what? No. But then she gets with me and I get over there and she's trying to buy all these expensive ass meals and shit, spending $50 to $100 per meal, whatever it was. No regard for me at all. At all. I didn't appreciate that. And I would tell Noble, and Noble was like, are you guys okay? I'm like, dude, nah, we're not good. So there's really no surprise. I'm not sure. And you guys know how long I hold on to shit. But Janet, okay, so Janet goes over and, so Janet and Rob is in this relationship, blah, blah, blah. That's great. But I'm not going to rewrite history just because I don't like Tracy. Now, the stuff that Janet was saying is just, no. I think that it was just weird that Janet was trying to tell me to tell the truth about Tracy and Rob, that Tracy called the cops on Rob and those kind of things. No, my stories don't change. So that was just weird. And she's like, oh, you got fake boobs. Let me tell you something. Janet got the same pictures that anybody else have. I don't even, if she has any, then there's nothing new. And I don't like that shock value type of thing. I don't know why she's trying to latch onto all those stories. Nobody gives a damn that she's dating Rob. Nobody gives a fuck. So I don't understand. Instead of having a civilized conversation, why she tried to come at me when I know good and damn well that Janet was on the phone crying with me when Rob was with Tracy. So I just wanted to clear the air there. So that's why she's like, oh, tell them about your boobs. I don't play selfish games like that. There ain't a damn thing that Janet could ever tell me that's going to make me feel bad about myself. But for her to go over on, I forgot the platform. Maybe it was ODS. I can't think right now. But I'm not sure why she decided to come at me. No, you're not about to ride off my name for some tired ass storyline trying to talk about Rob. I'm not saying that I wanted him to get arrested or anything like that, but to spread this lie that I called the police or Tracy called the police. No, not even on Mad Day. We ain't saying that. And I feel that the only reason she was coming at Tracy so hard is because they wanted to build Tracy's numbers and shit like that. I can't with Janet. I can't. I'll do it. I just wanted to throw that out there. I can't with her. I don't understand why she's trying to come at me. I never did a damn thing to Janet. I was very supportive of her when everybody turned on her because she made those very racist remarks, if you guys don't remember. So it's another one that's an opportunist trying to take advantage of a situation with me. I was only a friend to Janet, another person I stopped talking to. I don't want anything to do with her. She spoke very racist, and I gave her a platform to speak, and she tried to turn on me and tried to make it seem like just weird stuff. So Janet, nobody's going. Stop. Nobody cares if you guys are in a happy relationship. I never seen people in a happy relationship comparing themselves to another person's relationship. Just be happy and shut up. All right, you guys. I'm just saying. I have really crying over Rob. She was crying. Oh, just read my book. How you doing? She was crying over Rob. If you guys don't remember, so she was crying over Rob. Rob decided that he wanted to be with Tracy. And there's another guy. Johnny was like pretending that she was pregnant with some other guy, and there was another guy that she had liked, and that guy came into the chat, and then I was like, Rob, she's saying that she likes this guy. It was just crazy with her, and she didn't really like Rob. It was just crazy, another whole situation. And I remember she called me. It was either FaceTime or Instagram. Like it was a video call, and she was crying, boo-hooing, because she couldn't believe that Rob had chose Tracy. So we're not going to change the narrative on Mad Day, okay? I don't do that shit. That's what they do. We don't do that over here. But Tracy couldn't have paid $100 for her hair when y'all together. Let me use my phone. Everyone wants numbers off you. Exactly, Catherine. But I'm supposed to be so irrelevant, but they can't stop talking about me and trying to, you know what I'm saying. Now, I did the stream for you guys for this reason. When I went quiet after the cruise, it's been almost every situation that I've been in on YouTube that I just choose not to talk about. I just ignore it and move on with my life. But the problem is things get layered. People start. I think that I think that it's better to clear up these lies. So if Noble and Tracy want to keep lying on me, I'll keep telling the truth on them. I told you guys I'm not going to just let people keep lying on me just because they want something. And I'm telling you right now, this was all a play for money. And Tracy knew exactly what she was doing. She never planned on paying me back. Erica was supposed to be her star, where she would have all this commentary off of MU. I truly believe that. Erica has said it. Noble has said they knew, and I believe that. And the broken pieces are so fucked up to tell her that, to make it seem like I'm this bad person. Because when she was over there, they weren't the ones that bailed her out. Period. Janet is fake. She was just on Queen's channel talking bad stuff about Rob. There's a video for saying he lives in his car and he's a... Really? Karma? I didn't know that. MU, you don't owe Janet nothing. Half of these people don't even know her. That was when she was going through that stuff. That was, I want to say, about a year ago, Catherine. I didn't know that. Juicy says Rob was talking about getting a police phone call to see how... Wait a minute. Rob was talking about getting the police phone call to see how made that call earlier in his life. Yeah. Definitely abusing your name for clout. And the sad thing is, you see how they have to come in groups? I truly am a good person. I'm not a perfect person, but I don't come out here lying and doing these things that they do to other people. Like, I truly do try to look out for people because that's the kind of person I am. And Tracy knew good and damn well I was not going to let her suffer over there in Miami. But the way she turned on me when we got back, I'm just thinking, all right. And that was just hard. It was hard, and it was like unbelievable. And I remember when Noble was asking me about that situation, I was like, Noble, y'all don't treat people like that, you know? And he's like, I know this is wrong. I'm gonna talk to her. I'm wondering if she cursed him the fuck out and he shut up like the little that he is. Yeah, but how dare he say I wasn't a good friend and I should have done more? And it's always people that don't have shit that want you to do more for them. That's what I'm gonna say about that. I get nothing out of coming live telling you guys this kind of stuff. Nothing. But if you want to hit my cash app, if you want to join a membership to support the platform, I'm always gonna come here and just tell you guys what's what. I don't like spending so much time on this, but the fact that they both tried to lie over on Maha's platform, it's like, what are they lying about? Why not just let this shit go away? It's not me kicking it up. Why don't they just let this stuff die down? Noble is looking for Tracy's approval anyways. Exactly, Reese. Catherine says the sad part is they knew the sector was going to say you were attention seeking and they banked on it. Exactly, Catherine. We see it for what it is. I couldn't believe that Janet threatened you to say Tracy was behind a phone call that... Hold on. I couldn't believe Janet threatened you to say Tracy was behind a phone call that sent Rob to jail. Exactly. That I'm not gonna do that, not even on Mad Day, Janet. No. And for Janet to be like, tell the truth, misunderstood. No, you tell the truth. You weren't there. I was on the phone with him, not you. I know what happened. Exactly, free thinker. No, we're not going. Talking about what Tracy looks like and stuff like that. No, y'all be letting women get y'all pressed. Like, be happy in your relationship and move on. Tracy could care less how hurt anyone is unless you're her baby. I think all that stuff is fake, you guys. They use those kind of languages to make it seem like you're closer to them than what you are. Tracy would use anybody to collect a dime. I believe that. So, hello, officer. So I'm gonna ask you guys. Let's have the conversation. What do you guys feel? I don't know. Do you guys feel that I did something wrong to Tracy? Do you not understand at this point? Like, do you guys, number one, I don't put receipts out there normally. I'm very private. If you have conversations with me, I do keep those things private. If you email me, I don't come here saying that. But do you feel I did wrong by recording Tracy still, even after all of that? I want to know your opinions on that. Do you, she wants to paint this picture of me betraying her trust by recording her, like I was trying to profit off of our relationship. Nah, I would rather have the relationship. Not now. Okay, I'm talking about that was not on my mind. But at the end of the day, something could have happened to me, and I couldn't get California out of my head and that fucking Erica shit. I found it interesting when Jay Wilson kept saying I should have told somebody. Tracy never once said, well, she told me about it, and I told her not to worry about it. She never said that. If something would have happened, there wouldn't have been any record of what happened to me. And she never wanted to talk about Erica when I kept trying to point her out and ask her if that was a stalker. She's just like, no. And then I asked her, well, is there another Erica on the ship? And then we get back, and she just wants me to go live. And I'm in school after missing all those days, and she wants me to hit her link while I'm in school. Like, no, Tracy. No. You guys heard her. She's like, I know you're in class, but come hit my link. Nah. To put on a show for you? After everything I've done for you, she wanted me to hit this link. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just no. It's just a no. Do you know how to do a poll to ask? I don't know how to do polls. And I know that people would be afraid to answer that poll anyway. I can make it simple. We'll do it like this. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys. I don't know how to do polls and my brain is tired, but put a 1 in the chat if you guys feel I did Tracy wrong. Okay, we'll stop at 3 hours. Wait a minute. I always fuck that shit up. Let me write that down. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel I did it wrong. I'm not going to give you guys an option for 2 because I'm not going to remember. Just put it. I don't know. I forgot. I can't do polls. Shit, I can't do polls. No, record everything. Catherine said. I'm sorry, I don't know how to do polls. I don't, because you already knew what you was working with. Exactly, you guys. Exactly. There wouldn't have been a record of anything. Real fact, yeah. We're like, fuck that shit. There wouldn't have been a record of anything, you guys. But karma. Let me tell you guys this. Let's talk about. If they want to lie on me, I'll just keep coming live. I don't care who it is. I don't care who you are. Okay. No, I'm good. I'm good. You didn't do bad because she roasted you down to your side. Exactly, Catherine. Now, some people said the toilet's not a big deal. It is to me. Because I think it showed just lack of consideration. You know, she didn't care if I where to pee on top of her pee and shit like that. She didn't care. And I didn't get to stay in the nice place to myself and all that. I didn't get to do that because I had to make sure that she was okay, and she definitely didn't respect my space. I'm an introvert. I do need my downtime. I didn't get any downtime at all because I had to cater to her. So it was really important for my, I know, Sinister, it was really important for my mental health to come back from the cruise and to be able to unwind, unplug, and all that stuff. And I was telling her, like, when she's like, oh, I need to answer my phone calls because I take Don Cato's phone calls. Like, what, Tracy ain't taking? No, Tracy, I'll talk to you on Monday. So those are the conversations that we had. But I needed my downtime because it was like go, go, go. And that was fun for me. But for an introvert, for anyone that's an introvert, you know that that's going to drain you. And so when I got back, I was like, damn, now I could just focus on myself. And that's what we did. So I love downtime. Me too, real fat. Breathing. Catherine. And she wanted you to come online to make her money after you were. That's the key thing, free thinker. That's all it was about. She wanted you to come online to make her money after you're away from your children while on the trip. So she considered herself more important than the children. Exactly. And then later, after she posted on her community wall that I started this by rolling my eyes and shit. She changed it to say I betrayed her by recording her. No, she doesn't like those recordings because I can pop her in her lies. That's what she doesn't like. She doesn't like my receipts because she knows she came out here and lied to you guys. They could simply not bring me up. Move the fuck on. But no, they want to bring me up. And the first to come around, or it'd be time for absence, and they'll bring me up again. Okay? So I just can't believe how even when you put the receipts out there and they're clear, people still try to say it's not what you think, and they try to talk away the receipts. No, you're not going to out-talk my receipts, okay? You're not going to out-talk my phone logs, and you damn sure won't out-talk any fucking recording that I have, I guarantee it. I can stand by everything that I say. Free thinker, that's what they said. It wasn't a big deal. I'm overreacting. You know, being an introvert, we definitely have high anxiety issues. Yes, we do, Reese. And to say that I shouldn't travel, number one, I never said I had a good time. To this day, I'm going to tell you I had a good time on a cruise. I had fun, but I didn't appreciate coming back and the headache that they tried to cause me all for a dime. They're very selfish people. Very selfish. They're willing to accept any lie. They didn't give a damn. Not one person asked for receipts when they were talking about me in the military or in the Bahamas or shit like that. Nobody asked for receipts at all. Okay, they just went along with it, and I just didn't appreciate that. But I'm saying I had a good time. I met a lot of people. It's not that stalker that went over there to be there and stuff like that. That shit shouldn't have happened. But it was downplayed, and it became all about Tracy and how she was somehow this victim, and oh, Tracy's always betrayed by all those people. No, people don't want to tell the truth about what she's really like. I'm not telling you guys not to like her. I'm not telling you guys not to support her. You're going to support who you're going to support, and you don't have to choose sides with me. But what I'm telling you is what happened to me. Okay? And you can't be upset when I defend myself, and you can't be upset at how I choose to fight back. Because some of you, the things that I went through, like Noble's talking about, I should have did more for Tracy. I should have made sure that she didn't leave with the guy. They wouldn't do that for anybody else. Noble was ready to leave. I was like, Noble, don't go. Like, give her a chance. And Tracy was trying to dug out Don Cato, make sure I didn't have a support system. When he was telling me that this shit is fucked up, it's not right. Tracy knew good and damn well she didn't have money to go up on that trip. He was trying to tell me the whole time, but I'm trying to look out for my girlfriend, keep him calm and all that kind of shit. My nerves were bad, but she was trying to act like, oh, she just got it like that, and she's this wealthy chick. I'm like, you came back to eviction notices, bitch, not me. Okay? I even had to pay for the taxi to get home to make sure she got to the airport okay. I had to do all that stuff. But I remember when I said I wasn't going to pay for the cruise in full for her, she was upset. So I'm already side-eyeing this shit. So, and it's so good being sober. You want to know what they're used to? Me getting fucked up and not giving a shit. Forgetting? Nah, I remember every damn thing. Y'all got any more questions for me? I have fun talking to you guys. Thank you, Ronnie Q, for coming up and for Maha coming up. I appreciate you guys. Make sure if you guys see something that y'all need me to respond to, just put it under the video. I will. There's so much other commentary that I would rather I give, but this is okay too. Commentary is commentary. I don't give a fuck. But look at how people are. Tracy's over there talking about Sean Bradley's bankruptcies and stuff like that. When you got, girls, stop. You got this man that's a damn vagabond. You got you over there trying to get people to feel sorry for you so you can pay for your rent and shit like that. Upset that Noble ain't staying with you. Y'all got all kinds of issues, girl. Ain't nobody lying about Noble. Okay? No. Stop it. I don't need to. But Noble sure tried to throw me under the bus talking about I set Tracy up. What did Noble say? I set Tracy up to make it look like she was flirting with that guy. So I manipulated the video footage. I manipulated that too. I'm a powerful mother sucker. Did you feel the earthquake? That earthquake was at 4.5 sinister. Yeah. But I'm just having fun with you guys. I'm just having fun. I understand that there's some beefs going on with me that I don't even know about. Not interested in those, kind of delusional. Not interested. And nope, we're not going. People want to fire up a live stream to make it seem like they're upset with misunderstood. There's a lot of things that go on. I see Ness doing her thing, getting her numbers and shit like that. I see people making commentary. I see people getting tired and all the different beefs and stuff like that that's going on. The only thing that I have to say is this shit with me is just weird. It's just weird. And you know what's going to happen? Tracy's going to go live, try to go off on me, and we're going to be back here again tomorrow. Okay? As long as she keeps going, I'll keep going. And I don't give a fuck if I have to go all the way back to California. I don't give a damn. It's just commentary for me. You're not going to sit up here and lie on me because we can start with the California flushing the toilet issues. That's what we could do. Okay? We can start there. Just you want to talk about the stuff that I do. You want to dig into my personal life. Let me tell you, motherfucker. You want to dig into my personal life. They can't handle it when you tell the truth on them and you start to dig into their personal life. Tracy kept coming out here telling you guys how I was with this person and that person. But when I'm telling you guys that, no, she was with all these people. She was the ones that left. And it's all of a sudden she wouldn't be ashamed and shit. But it's fun when it happens to misunderstood. But when I start to speak back out, people don't like it. They don't like it. So I don't understand it. People want to get so close to me and next to me and try to say all this private shit. But let me start talking about them. Tracy wants to tell you guys about, the things that I did. But why didn't she tell you guys about the guy that was taking her home? Why didn't she tell you guys about that? Okay. Oh, let me give you this before I leave. I'm going to give you one more thing. Y'all remember how I used to have this service, right? Do y'all know who else wanted to work for me with this service that I used to have? I almost forgot about this shit. But since we're talking about private stuff, and I told you every what? Y'all remember what I said? Every what has what kind of friends? She wanted to work for me. When I thought about having this business again, who do you think wanted to be signed up so she can go on dates as well? Okay? I'm going to leave it like that. That's all I'm going to tell you guys because of this. Y'all want to know more about that? That happened. So, but that was before I got the escort service, Sinister. Before I got baptized, I was like, damn, what I'm talking y'all the truth. I was like, y'all remember that time when I was thinking about it? Who do you think? Oh, hell no. I don't know if we get along or not. I'm gonna bring you up. Sinister, why'd you ask then? Don't ask. What's good?
We get along, girl. You know I like you. You know how I always
My
talk
book
shit.
melted in the washing machine.
What's that?
No, I was not. No. She wanted to. I didn't run that kind of service. Shut up. Don't even put that in my chat. No. Somebody remove that person that put that shit in the chat. I didn't say that. Don't put more into what I'm saying. I just said she was thinking about, going out and stuff like that. And she said it sounded fun. That's the extent of that conversation.
I can say this much. You know what? Misunderstood. You're not an enemy of mine because I like you, actually.
Are you streaming me right now? Wait, so is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Streaming you. I'm not streaming you if you ask me
Okay.
a question. Okay, I'm not streaming you. But anyway, you know the old expression. Okay, an enemy is a friend. That's an enemy of a friend of mine, and so forth. You're not an enemy. You're very articulate, and I like you. You know, but you know, Rich Bleezy just talks shit. Anyway, that's all that is misunderstood. But I do like you.
All right. Well, thank you for coming up.
You're welcome.
Bye bye. What's good, Salt? Let me clear this. Let me clear that before y'all go running with it. Only not everybody that goes out with people have to do stuff like that. I'm not in that kind of business anymore. She just said it sounded fun. Okay. Well, all I'm saying is she's in no place to judge me for anything when we had conversations like that. Go ahead, Salt.
Yeah, no, I was just coming up to ask about that. Okay, yeah, all right. Well, you basically just clarified it, so yeah, I'm about to just hop back down. All right, peace out.
Okay. All right. Bye, you guys. I had to clear that up. So, okay, let me move that. All right, you guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm tired. I don't want to I'm never gonna add into something, but I do remember we had those conversations. So they did have money type issues, and we did have those kind of conversations. And when I did want to start that service, we did have that conversation. But it wasn't like her working for me like some kind of boss. Everybody's an independent contractor, and I'm not living that kind of a lifestyle anymore. And even bringing it up right now, I'm thinking like I don't do that kind of shit. Like, nah. But those things happened before I got baptized and stuff like that. Okay, because I don't live that kind of life. She talked about you having that service. I know she talked about me having that service, Catherine, but she was very intrigued with it. And we did talk about like dates and stuff like that. Tried to prove you were, see, y'all know. But she never once told you guys that she asked me about working for that service. So I don't really think that's a big deal though. But I do remember she talked about it. But my point, she said I should get baptized. My point is that all the things that she has said about me, she really is in no place to judge me. Okay. And that was like a while ago. I haven't talked about that service since for how long? That's not something I have any intention on doing. But yeah. All right, you guys. I'm tired. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. What? What, food? She talked
No,
about it in a bad way. She can't
no.
talk about it in a bad way when she wanted to work for that same service, Catherine. So there's really nothing for her to talk about. Thank you guys for telling me this shit. The more you tell me, the more I'll tell the truth on her. So her first foray was for $100. Not too bad. That actually is bad, but it's okay, free thinker. They
Can I
should
ask
have
you
paid
a
for the whole
question?
thing. What?
Is there a reason why I got kicked off, or was it intentionally? Because I don't like to be no anywhere I'm uninvited.
Did you have a question or anything
I have tons of questions. That's
regarding
okay.
what I'm talking about?
No, I'm asking you. Don't answer my question with a question. My point is, did you kick me off intentionally, or was it accidental? I'm
No,
trying to figure
I
this
thought you
out.
guys were done. I said thank you for coming up. I greeted you guys, and then I answered. You answered my question. I didn't think there was anything else. Did you have a question?
I have tons of questions now. I have to formulate my questions now.
What is
You
your
know,
question? Is it related to what I'm talking about?
yes, it's always related to what you're talking
Okay,
about.
go ahead, because I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Okay, if you're ready to go to bed, then I'll hit you another time. Okay, bye, sweetie.
Okay, bye. Y'all got any final thoughts for me before I get out of here? So she talked about my escort service. What else did she talk? She talked about a lot of stuff, you guys. But I pretty much made my point, and I don't want to get far off of that. But I don't know why I even brought that up. I was thinking about the braids and how she wanted to call me a hoe and all those kind of things. And I'm like, girl, stop. You can't. You can't. I think that when people are calling you stuff and judging you is things that I really do believe that they're just projecting. I do. I have no idea what women or men charge free thinker. It's okay. It's okay. It's cute. I love you guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, and I'll see y'all on the YouTube streets. I'm tired, and I need to get some studying done for a couple hours. Feel free to like, comment, and share. Am I gonna put this one on members only? Should I put this on members only. Let's leave it public. I'll see ya later. Bye-bye. Good night, real fat. Good night, really. Good night, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.